Hello, everyone, and welcome. Wow, we're back. It's so good. Welcome to Tyranny of Dragons. I am Mr. DM, and with me are my amazing players. Hello, amazing players.
Hello.
And welcome to all of you. Thank you for joining us. We are, before we jump into the craziness that is our campaign, run through a few quick announcements. Again, as a reminder, you can give our players inspiration by using channel points, which are called gold coins here on Players and Creators. You can give up to 3. You can give them to the group, or you can give them to individuals. Make sure that you actually specify which. But if you're feeling saucy or randy, you can, or any of the Jacksons, you can give me. You can give me. Yes, Saucy is the less known Jackson. Okay, not a lot of people know that. You can give me inspiration as well. It's a little more expensive. You can still only give me 1, but use it sparingly, but use it well. And use them. And whatever is not used by the end of the stream does get refunded back to you. So just because you spend your gold coins does not mean you might not necessarily get them back. But it's really up to our players to remember that they have these group inspirations, and trust me, they remember. So depending on the situation. As we have said previously, we do have a few folks that are they are here, but because of scheduling and other things, you can see that there are place fillers in there for them. But they are here, so they will be playing. It's just, we just want to make sure that their presence is felt. And that Gorple frog really gets me.
You're welcome.
The other announcement I have is, remember that we have amazing merch, such as mouse pads. We also have these amazing mugs. You have to fill it with your own beverage. That's a tasty beverage. And also many other things, such as phone case holders. Ooh. I have to have, of course, I had to have a weird phone that just slightly cuts Bojack's head off at the top. But for the most part, it's really good.
It's
And
not foreshadowing.
yeah, it's not foreshadowing at all
Ooh.
whatsoever. But yeah, that's pretty much it as far as announcements are concerned. As I always say, during our break, you will see the many wonderful things that our players, the projects that our players are involved in. Please support all of the things, because why wouldn't you? These are my play again. Every week, I feel so blessed that I am able to DM for this amazingly talented group of players. So please support all of their projects. They are amazing, and you will be after you go and support their projects, you listen to them, you buy them, you watch them, whatever it is that you do, you'll go, why are they letting this guy DM for them? I don't understand. Because trust me, you'll understand how flabbergasted I am every week that I get to DM for these folks. So please support all of the things. They are amazing and they deserve it. But with that, last announcement, we shall get ready for another session of Tyranny of Dragons.
Flat out booted from Discord.
I think we're back.
Yeah, we're back. Yeah. So just FYI, folks, earlier today, so we use Discord for our game. Earlier today, Discord, all of Discord, everywhere went down for everyone. As you can see, it's back. But if there are any kind of fluctuations, just be prepared. We want to make sure that you are aware that it is a thing that is happening. And we will do our best to navigate it as it comes along, if it comes along. But with that, we are back, and let's get some appropriate fighting music going. There you go. And let's get the map up so folks can remember what's going on. Alrighty, so last we gathered, you had begun making your way through the Raiders of Greenest area, the cave structure that you saw much of the loot from their raids was being put into. You also found out after rescuing a monk by the name of Leosin Erlenthar, that there were also possibly dragon eggs in this cave as well. You began your assault into this cave after seeing that 4 of the, for lack of a better term, top brass were still here. Resmir, Mondath, and 2 other half dragons that you had not seen prior to coming to the camp. They made their way into the cave structure. You followed and immediately began fighting what seemed to be kind of upper level cultists in red robes known as Dragon Claws. You fought them, continued making your way through the cave structure, noticing that there were a number of different ways you could go. But you found what seemed to be a guard barracks where Basha introduced you all to her fireball spell. Thankfully, none of you were affected by it, and most of your enemies were. But not before they did some damage to some of your party members. You also found what seemed to be an abandoned treasure room that very clearly at some point had much of the goods and ill-gotten gains from not just a raid at Greenest, but you also learned from previous raids. You did find a very, very drunk cultist that was of no help to you whatsoever, that you left in the room. That will never come back to bite you in the ass. And you continued your journey through. It looks like we've got an actual Gino. Welcome, Gene. And as you continued, you did find what seemed to be a very opulent chamber that did contain the robes of Mondath that you learned through both Leosin and your infiltration of this camp to be the person in charge of this camp. And also one of the individuals you saw still here. You found, thanks to Bojack, what seemed to be a getaway or secret tunnel that headed downwards. And in taking that, you found yourself in a larger chamber where you were beset upon by 2 of the Dragonborn, half dragons, as well as what seemed to be at least 4 Berserkers. A fight ensued. All of you began fighting in various ways, and you are somewhat through the battle when the half dragon that seemed to be the right hand of Mondath showed up and cast a darkness spell. At which time most of the individuals you fought ran into the darkness spell. Amala, your moonbeam spell, which you had cast upon one of the half dragons, you feel your concentration break when the darkness spell takes hold, and you feel that the spell has been dispelled. And that is currently where we're at. So, top of the round goes to our good friend Gorp. Basha, you are on deck. Gorpal, what would you like to do?
I can sense people 10 feet in front of me.
Yes.
So, the paralyzed dragon should still be there.
You can sense, I will say this, the last person to actually, let's see. All right, so the last person that actually fought, I guess the best way to put this would be into the darkness, was Bojack. Bojack did like a couple of swings, couple misses, but a couple of hits as well. You currently can feel through your blind sense. Hold on a second. Let me. That and Bojack is back.
It was really funny.
There
I
you
thought
go.
he was gonna start like drinking from behind him with like a tankard, like, you know.
There you go. You're all good. You're all good. You no longer feel the presence of one of the individuals. You can't tell who it is. But after Bojack's swing, there is definitely another presence there to your right.
I mean, there should be the dragon, the half dragon in front of me. He's paralyzed with whole person.
You don't sense him moving.
So, but I would have sensed I would have sensed him before. So, like, has it changed?
Yeah, where there's definitely seemed to be some movement. You can definitely sense that there's something still there, but movement has minimized.
Okay. Okay. Just because, like, I'm trying to get it because, like, I can essentially see 10 feet. So, like, is there a person in front of me that's not moving?
There are two individuals in front of you. One to the left, one to the right. But the one on the right seems to actually have motion.
So I'm gonna attack the dude not moving because I've been trying to kill that dude before.
Okay, perfect. Go for it. So yeah, it'll be you can straight shot.
Well, if he's paralyzed, don't I have advantage?
Yeah, absolutely, yes.
Wow, I fucking sucked that up. I rolled a but I do. Hold on. I mean, I don't know if a 16 might hit him. Let me try my emboldening bond.
Okay.
Does AC 15 hit him?
Unfortunately, it does not.
I mean, we do have group inspirations.
I mean, if you guys want me to use it, but
yeah, we have. So just for all right. So you have. There's 1, 2, 3 group inspirations and 2 DM inspirations.
All right, you guys want me to use one? Sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop one of these guys.
Kill him. Get him, Ray.
That's way better. That's like a 24.
24 does hit.
So that's going to be 20 without my poison.
Okay. So as you're using your rapier with this, right? You're searching.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So as you kind of plunge it into the darkness, definitely knowing that there's an individual there, you definitely feel it take purchase. There is little to no sound except for like this very, very sharp. And then, like, you feel the tip of your rapier move downward as the body is pulling it downward as it falls to the ground. And you just kind of yank it out of the dark. You're pretty sure he's not a problem, but, he's not moving at all at this point.
All right. So there's a dude to the right of me, you said, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to attempt to move, and it's fine if I provoke, because I want to try to find the guy who casts this darkness.
Okay. Just move where you're going to go, and we'll...
Just a question, didn't we see where that guy... Yeah, okay, so he's heading that way. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, he was moving that way.
So that's 20 of my movement. So
Okay.
I'm trying to see if I see this guy.
All right, so first thing that'll happen is absolutely one of the berserkers will try to swing at you as you're moving out. That is going to be a 17 to hit.
That's my armor class.
Okay, you will take 6 slashing damage. And Bojack, you can just barely see like the head of an axe just kind of swing out of the darkness, slice into Gwarple's like back leg as he's running, and then disappear right back into the darkness.
Not one of them.
And my favorite foe goes down, but the dude's down anyway, so it's okay.
It absolutely it goes down because there is no longer a foe. But yeah, so as you move through that darkness to see if you can see the individual that cast this, you don't see anybody in the immediate area.
Do I sense anyone or just nothing?
Your blind sight's 10 feet, right?
Yeah. Is it dark in this cave?
It's still dark in this cave, but you are out of the magical darkness. So okay. You still don't see anybody or feel anybody within 10 feet of you.
Okay. I will whistle.
I'm sorry. Before you move on, you can see though here that this is the beginning of what look like carved steps moving downward into some kind of hall.
All right, I'm gonna take my last 5 feet.
Okay. All right, let me open that up so you can take a look at that. See what you got here. All right. So that's essentially you see the beginnings of them, and they're just kind of going downward. Not very steep, but clearly just like carved steps. There are some planks of wood that seem to it looks like they're trying to stabilize the dirt and everything that they carved out. But it is heading downward.
All right. I go. I yell and whistle, and I go, Knack, fly up those stairs and go kill that big dragon man. As I yell to him, he does not provoke from moving.
Okay, well, yeah, he's flying. He's up in the air anyway. So how far do you want to move him?
That's 35, and I think he has a fly speed of 40. I think
40. Okay. So that's 35. So he can move 5 more feet. And I will say, make a perception check for Knack.
And he also has dark vision.
Okay. Make a perception check.
Sorry, his fly is 60, so he has a lot more speed.
Okay. I will continue to move him for you, because he's definitely in the darkness at this point.
Got an 11.
11. Okay. I will say with an 11, what's the range on his dark vision?
60 feet.
60 feet. He can see what looks like 2 individuals, like almost at the edge of his dark vision, running down the hallway.
So he cannot physically get close to them?
No, it's like he can see them turning right at this point, turning a corner at the edge of his dark vision.
He's gonna double move and get up to right behind them.
Okay. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. All right. All right. So at this point in time, you have lost sight of Knack, but you trust that Knack is going to do what Knack does, and we will get to that. All right. So Knack is significantly far from you. Just letting you know. Okie dokie. Anything else? I think that's your whole turn, right?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. All right, Basha, it is now your turn.
Oh boy. Okay. I'm going to move forward first of all.
All right, let's make sure. All right.
Well, I hope Gorple's not in there. Don't worry, I'm not going to do another fireball. Can I cast sleep if I can't see anyone?
What does the spell say?
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to figure out the wording.
The spell is very, very. If I recall,
It just says creatures within 20 feet of a point you choose. So in my head, this is kind of like when I did Fireball last time, where I can just be like, 20 feet that way. Hopefully, there's no one we know there. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Let me see. I'm gonna double check something real quick.
Sure. And I'm assuming my hold person dropped, by the way. I felt that drop, I'm gonna assume.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. If a spell is dispelled that you were concentrating on or anything, you absolutely can feel that spell like go.
Okay.
I will say okay. Yeah, so this is what I'm gonna say. You can absolutely cast a spell. It's on a point, but you are at this point because you are human. I'm trying to remember.
I have those goggles on that do give me the dark vision.
Okay, so currently, you still can't see through the darkness spell, so you're unsure where everybody is, but you do I will say, especially considering your intelligence score, you can remember like how large the cavern is, and how many individuals were in here, but you have no idea what has happened or transpired in the darkness.
Yeah, and I mean Gorple could be in there too, and I don't know, but
you can choose. You can literally say, anyone that is any of the creatures.
Cool.
Great.
Anyone that's not my friends. Yeah, great. Then that's fine.
You have that choice.
No frogs.
So, yeah, it says creatures within 20 feet of a point you choose within range are affected in ascending order of their current hit points. So,
yeah,
you can totally cast it. You're just gonna have to tell me like how you're splitting up the points, and in that case.
Well, it just starts taking people out off the total pool. That's how sleep works.
Right.
It's from the
lowest hit point.
Lowest
from the
point.
lowest hit points.
Yeah.
In ascending order. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna cast this at second level just for everyone's benefit, knowledge, whatever.
So second level. Okay. Alrighty.
Did it not tell me what I rolled again? Hold on.
No.
I hate when it does that. Okay, I'm just gonna roll that by hand then.
Wait. I can check. I can look to see what you rolled, if it's in the game log. Hold on.
I don't think it.
No, it didn't even come up in the game log. Okay.
It's so weird. Oh, that's weird because it came up at it took one of my second level slots though, so it's really strange. Unless I already. I don't know. Okay, whatever. 5d8.
Yeah. So just roll them and let me know.
Okay,
right,
we'll do.
So, all right.
Oh, and just so for the record, I'm gonna aim. How she's gonna aim it is she can see the edge of the magical darkness. So in her head, she's like, all right, 20 feet back from the edge of what I can see. So because as the center point, if that makes sense, because that's how she would have to do it.
Okay. Yeah, no problem.
So.
All right, so let me pull them up real quick. And what do you get?
And it's 23 total.
23 total. Okay. So let me just look real quick. All right. What do they have to roll? Do they have to roll anything?
It just takes it like a pool, DM. So like you just mark off how many hit points, and if it matches, that's out of the pool, and then it goes on to the next person.
Right.
If it gets their total, then it's good. If it doesn't, like the remainder doesn't get another total, then they only get one person. There's no save.
Gotcha. Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
I will say undead and creatures immune to being charmed aren't affected by this spell,
Right.
which might be important because if that half dragon's still in there, I don't know who's in there. So
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So here's what happens. Let's see, Gorple moved out of the way. All right. So I will say, Bojack, you watch as all of a sudden you see a hand kind of fall out of like the darkness, but it's just a hand. All you see is a hand, like it just kind of like onto the ground. That's it.
And I'm gonna take a speech action just to be like, don't touch him! Don't touch him! If he fell, don't touch him. If you attack him, he will wake up. Let him sleep. He's gone to sleep now. That's it.
Okay. So yeah, you all hear Basha kind of give you the skinny. I'm actually sticking his head out slightly, but that's essentially where he is, like right there. But that's about it. That's as far as you know. You definitely felt the spell take hold. You are just not sure how many of them it has affected. Definitely one. That's for damn sure. He was right on the edge of the darkness. Alrighty. You still have some movement if you want to take it.
No, I'll stay here. I don't know how close nearest man is, and the Drovar's here. I'll stay here. This is fine.
Okay. Alrighty. So let's see. That's Basha's turn. Okay. All right. So next up are the half dragons. Well, half dragon. Let's see. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Gorple, you watch as one of the half dragons comes running out of the darkness towards you. Great sword in hand. And he looks singed, like very singed, very burned, but comes right like barreling towards you. And is going to take his multi-attack and try to attack you twice with the greatsword.
Did he look surprised when he came toward me? Like he was trying to like leave, or like he knew where he was going?
It looks like he knew exactly where he was going.
Okay, cool. Just check it. I was just seeing if he was like trying to retreat or something. Like, and I blocked.
Oh no, he was running out of the darkness, prepared to strike something. Sees you and looks like you.
I go, oh no, there's another one.
You do recognize this.
That's the one that's been cooking in the moonbeam.
Yes, that you definitely recognize that one as the one that Amala was cooking for a while. But all right, he's gonna take his first swing at you. That is a 12. I don't think that hits. And then the second attack, I'm gonna use one of my DM inspirations. That was even worse. That was a nat 1. It just swings and misses with both.
I'm only 2.5 feet. It's not your fault. You're like 7 or 8.
Okay. And then it's gonna action surge. And he's gonna 2 more swings at you.
Is this because I killed your brother?
Damn it, are you kidding me? That misses. That's an 8. And then the next one. There we go. That's an 18 to hit.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Jesus, thank you. I actually hit something. You take 12 slashing damage as you just and it's just like growling at this point. And you can see like there's just smoke pouring off of the black singed scales from the moonbeam.
As he slashes me, I kind of like stagger back and I go, "Oh, at least you hit me, unlike your brother who I murdered."
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. All right. So that is. Those were hit. That was his action. All right. As a bonus action, he is going to pull out a healing potion and is going to heal himself for 5 2d4 plus 2, so 7. Heals himself for 7. Sure. All right, and that ends his turn. Drovar, it is now your turn.
Right. Drinking my potion because I've lost about half my hit points. It's a greater healing.
Nice.
13. Okay. Okay.
All right, so that's your bonus action.
Yep. Okay. I see a guy sleeping there.
Yeah, you
And
just
I know
see his
there's other
hand just
guys-
kind of like sticking out. Yeah.
Yeah. And I've seen you. Yeah, and Bosch is like, if we jostle him, he's going to wake up. I'm like, okay, they could wake him up too. They could just kick him and say, "Get up, brother." I'm like, no, we're not going to give him that chance. So 1, 2, 3. He's prone, right?
Yeah, he's
and I
prone.
can see where he is. So I don't need to go reckless. I get advantage on this. I'm just going to guillotine him.
Yes.
Yeah, go for it. You know exactly where he is. I'm not gonna be a dick about that.
But she's like, wait. Oh, wait. No, wait. Maybe this is better.
18 to hit.
18 does hit.
19 damage.
Yeah, so you feel your axe not only sink into the flesh of this berserker, you definitely hit the stone underneath. You went through him. You're not sure the exact, again, because of the darkness, you're not sure of the exact damage that you have inflicted, but
The
you're
part of
pretty
his body
sure.
that's outside of the darkness moves a couple of inches. Like,
Yeah,
further.
it's
like,
just,
yeah, that did it.
yeah, it twitches and it's like, it's a little further out.
Yeah.
You feel like he's not a problem anymore.
Okay. I will move like up onto his body and just see if can I get any sense that there's somebody else like.
Make a perception. Make a perception check with disadvantage because it is magical darkness.
Oh, that's true. Just for maybe try to flush him out a little bit. I'm just yelling out. It's like, I got Cyan Bloodbane's head on my wall. Who's next?
Okay.
I don't know
Yeah,
if it's going to get me anything, but
I will say, you know what? Roll me an intimidation check.
oh, sweet. 22.
Okay, now roll me that perception check
Okay,
with this
so
at
just straight up?
disadvantage.
Yeah.
At disadvantage. Still
So
at
with
disadvantage.
Okay.
Your intimidation check lowered the DC of that.
Okay, so
So-
now it's a 14 perception.
You do have the emboldening bond if you want to use that D4 this round.
Oh,
this turn.
hell yeah. Oh, that brings it to an 18 perception.
Okay. So as you kind of like standing over the body and you scream that out, and you are plunged into absolute darkness. You cannot see anything, and you're yelling this and screaming. You can almost feel the breath of one of these individuals directly in front of you, just like breathing really hard, like in front of you.
Okay, so this is with disadvantage because I'm pitch dark. But
It's still dark. Yeah.
Yep.
But you know it's definitely like probably right in front of you.
it's somebody bad right in front of me. I'm just going to take a big old swing for the fences.
Go for it.
11.
Unfortunately does not hit.
Yeah.
3
and a 2.
Oof. Yeah, so as you kind of swing, just unfortunately does not find purchase. You can still hear and feel the breathing of this individual. They are super close to you, but
Yeah,
feels like they
come on,
probably
guys.
moved. Yeah.
I'm right here. Come on.
All right. Anything else?
No, that I think is my full movement, and I'm just standing there in the dark waiting. Come in closer. I want to know where you are so I can kill you.
Gotcha. Alrighty. So, it is now their turn. The Berserker's turn. Let's see. Yeah. As blind sight, it's gonna go reckless. And take two swings. Take a swing at you. I should have rolled with advantage on that. First one's a 17. Second one, the 17 hit you. Okay. You take 15 slashing damage as you feel the bite of a great axe right into your, almost like right on the top of your clavicle, moving downward into your armor. Your armor like stops it from doing more damage than it should, but that was a big hit. The next one. 20, 25, 30. Gorple, you watch as another one of these berserkers comes running out of the darkness towards you. Definitely knows where you are.
Oh no!
Gonna go reckless and is going to take a swing at you. That is going to be a 22 to hit.
Oh yeah, big hit.
And max damage again. 15 slashing damage. As this great axe just swings at you, just catches you across the arm.
I am super bloodied.
Okay. Yeah, and they're gonna stay right there. It's only the two of those dudes left. Actually, because of that perception check you took, Drovar, you feel that individual begin to move away. You can take an attack of opportunity, but it will still be at disadvantage.
I'll happily do it. And I am raging, so that 15 damage, I brought it to 7. I figured it half.
Yeah, it was half. Yeah.
And John, because it's a new turn, you can use your emboldening bond
for
the attack opportunity.
I used it for perception to get there.
Once per turn, though. This is on another person's turn.
Oh.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Wow. Okay, so a +4. It's a with disadvantage, but a +4 to the worst of the two rolls.
Plus D4, yeah.
Okay, plus D4, right? Okay. Okay, with disadvantage, it's a 22.
That definitely hits. Go for it.
Okay, he takes 17 points of damage before he comes out of the darkness.
Okay. Well, he doesn't come out of darkness, but you just feel him. You feel him run from you. And yeah, you just hear, but the growling of this individual gets further and further away. You feel like they probably haven't gone down, but you're not sure.
Right, but they're not all coming in close and swinging at me. Now they're moving, like at least one is moving away.
Yeah, at least one of them has moved away from you.
Okay. I didn't see Gorple when I ran up.
Nope.
I don't know if I can jump to the conclusion that they're chasing our little green friend. Okay.
I mean, I will say this again with that perception check. You definitely hear the sounds of battle further past you, like into the darkness, like past the darkness that you're in. So you know that there's something else going on past you, past this darkness. You just can't see it.
Right. I just yell out. It's like, I think they're going for frog legs north of us.
Perfect. Alrighty. Okay, so that's their turn. It is now Bojack's turn. Amala, you're on deck.
So Bojack sees the darkness in front of him and just starts screaming and trying to run through it wildly. I'm gonna move. Since you have all the enemies hidden, I'm going to move space by space and let me know if I run into anybody.
Okay, sure. You step on what feels like a body.
I step on a body. Does it like try to grab me or anything?
Nope. It's just as you step on it, very squishy. Your foot feels wet.
Awesome. Then I keep going.
Okay. Nothing. Okay. Stop. As you get to here, when you go to move, you hit something fleshy.
Fucking swing at it.
All right, still at disadvantage. You know where it is generally, but it's still at disadvantage. Oh, and you have advantage. Actually, no, it's a straight roll. You have advantage because they were reckless.
Okay, let me re-roll that then. 15 to hit.
Mm-hmm. 15 does hit.
That's going to be 7 necrotic damage from the first hit.
Okay. Yeah, you definitely know this is a person. You hit them and they're just growling at you right now.
Oh, actually, I raged at the beginning of this fight, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sorry, forgot from last week. 9 necrotic damage.
Okay, so 2 more. All right, no problem.
And I'll take my second swing. 28.
Oh yeah, I think that hits.
That's going to be an additional 14 damage.
14. This individual takes the hit. You feel and hear something crack, but they're definitely still up.
Gonna flurry of blows. Only 14 to hit.
That does hit.
That's an additional 12 damage.
Okay. Takes the hit. You feel another like sickening wet crack. Possibly ribs, some kind of bone you broke. But they're still in that general vicinity. There's some wheezing going on.
I'm gonna let him wheeze and take the free disengage from flurry of blows to keep moving, because I don't like being in the dark like this.
Okay. Which way are you gonna go?
I'm just gonna keep going, like, I'm gonna juke him and just keep going in the direction that I was going to try to get out of the darkness.
Okay. All right. I think you have, yeah, there you go.
And then I get the extra 10 feet of movement from my weird flurry of blows thing, so I'm gonna head over to... Oh no, 2 Bojacks.
No! All right, I got the other one.
No!
I'm gonna head over to here and use my last flurry of blow strike on this dragon dude, because
Okay. Yeah.
Corporal's getting fucked up.
Go for it.
28.
Does hit.
13 damage.
13. Okay. And what kind of damage? Is it still necrotic or is it just regular bludgeoning?
Yeah, bludgeoning.
Bludgeoning? Okay. Just checking. All right. Yeah, it takes the hit. It's like turns around, now sees you. It's like just kind of nods.
I'm gonna whisper go to sleep as I press my fist into him, and I'm going to try to stun him, so please make me a Constitution saving throw.
Alrighty. That is going to be... I'm going to use my last DM inspiration. Because that was a sucky ass roll. And that was worse. It's 8 altogether. So he is stunned until the end of your turn.
Yep.
All right. So let's put a little thingy around him. Show that he is stunned. There we go. All right. And that's the end of your turn.
Yes, it is.
Alrighty, Amala, it is now your turn.
Alrighty, so I'm just gonna follow the wall over to where I hear battle going on.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna go right up here. I'm going to look over at Gorple and tell him to this should help better defend, and I'm going to cast Shield of Faith as a bonus action, so you get +2 to your AC. And then I'm going to take my attacks upon Premtic in front of me.
All right, go for it. You have advantage. He's stunned.
Yeah.
Well, you're flanking and stunned. You don't get like mega advantage. You just get advantage.
First hit is 22.
Does hit.
That is 8 damage.
Okay. Silently takes the hit. You can see like his body is kind of like shaking, trying to fight the stunned effect to no avail, but still up.
Shannon, remember, you can drop smites on every hit if you want.
Aren't they bonus actions?
No, they just cost spell slots for D8s.
Yeah, you just have to make sure you have spell slots available. You can that's the great thing about smites. You can pick and choose whether you hit, or if you don't hit, whether you're going to use it or not.
All right, cool. All right, I'm going to make my second attack roll then, and that's a 25.
That does hit.
Alrighty, let's see. I will expend 1 spell slot to deal 2d8 extra radiant damage.
Okay.
On top of what I'm going to be doing now. Alright, so my base attack is 12 damage.
Okay. And how much smite damage do you have?
That's an extra 9 damage on top of that.
So 21 altogether?
Yes.
All right. Okay. So describe the way your smite looks.
So Imala's sword glows a bright silver, and as she comes down and hits him with it, it just is a large, like, bright, glowing white burn across him.
Okay. As you hit with the second strike, and it comes down with this glowing, radiant damage that is bestowed upon you by Bahamut, you just watch as it just slices through the armor, slices through the chest, adding to the already smoking body that is just kind of standing there twitching. And you just watch as you pull away, the blood is just not even pouring down because the strike has cauterized the wound as it actually has gone through, and they're still standing. And you can just see like the muscles twitching and shaking, and you're not sure how he's standing, but he's still standing.
It's all very anime, just for everyone watching. It's very anime style.
Doesn't look like he could probably take another hit. It looks like if he breathes hard, he'll possibly fall over and die. But for some reason, he's just still up. Okay, that was wonderful. That was a great. I think that's like those are your ads. It's your action. It's your movement. You have anything else, like a bonus action, or are you good?
I already used my bonus action for Gorple for the +2 to his AC.
That's right.
So
that's right.
I'm good.
Drop a concentration ring on her.
Okay.
She's concentrating on that.
Oh, let's see it. All right. And there you go. Alrighty. So with that, at the top of the round, actually, hold on one second. As that happens, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw for Knack.
Natural 1.
Use the inspiration that you have for Knack. Someone gave you a specific one just for Knack.
Sweet. I'll use it.
Who did that? I will ban them from my channel.
I'm pretty sure it was Matt.
Uh-oh.
All right, so you're gonna use that
I
one?
love pets.
All right.
Hell
so
yeah, for an
Knack,
11.
11. Okay. Let's see how this plays out. Unfortunately, that's a failure.
I have a feeling he's gonna die.
Knack takes 26 acid damage.
He fucking explodes in acid.
Ah.
Okay. And you feel your connection sever with Knack.
I get very angry.
Yeah, that's one less breath weapon they can do today. So he took the hit. For the team.
I wanted him to like slow him down for a second. They would focus something on him instead of dashing away further. So one person didn't dash, you know.
Alrighty. So with that, we are at the top of the round. Gorple, it is all you. Basha, you are up next.
I kind of look to my friends. I go, "You guys got this."
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yes, we do.
All right. As I've done before, I whisper the true name of the wind, and I begin running.
Okay. The barbarian, the berserker is going to take.
No one gets attack of opportunities. I cast Zephyr. That's my Zephyr strike.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So you start
His
running.
arms flow behind him. He's running like some kind of ninja.
So I'm going to move 25 feet forward. I can't see into the room.
10, 15, 20, 25. All right. Let me open it up for you so you can see where you're at. Hold on a second.
Also, Matt, now that you said that, all I can imagine is Squirple doing the Naruto run up the stairs.
Yeah, right.
That was the joke.
They can't stop us all.
Yeah.
I got the power of anime and God on my side.
Yeah. Area 51, you are fucked. All right, let's open that up a little so everybody can see what is happening. All right. So yeah, you can now see Gorple. You're in this tunnel. It seems to be getting smaller, like to the point where, well, for bigger creatures, they could only go in like one at a time. Ceiling only seems to be about maybe 8 to 10 feet tall. But this is definitely there. But you can see that there are pieces of rock and dirt just still falling from the top. You're not sure if it was from Basha's fireball or if that's just how structurally weak this tunnel is. You can make a perception check to see if you can determine that.
That'll be 13 plus. That's a 14.
14? Okay. Hold on a second. All right. As you are making your way through and you start looking, let's see. What was that again? 18?
14. My pass is an 18, but I rolled a 14.
14. Okay. Yeah, with their 18, you can see like these rocks and dirt falling. Even in this darkness, like you can feel it falling on you. Yeah, you can definitely. It's like it's getting a little warmer, more humid. Actually, would be the best way. It's getting kind of humid in this area. There's not a lot of ventilation, but it definitely keeps going further.
Is there any light ahead?
There is zero light ahead.
Okay, I will then dash 25 feet for more.
Okay. All right. Let's open it up for you. Hold on. All right, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Let me move you there, and then I'll open it up again. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
22.
22. As you leave the area that you stopped in to kind of look around, and you can see that there are another set of steps that are now leading a little upward now. As you kind of leave this kind of enclosure, and the ceiling starts to get a little taller, you hear a ting, and you look down and realize that you have broken some kind of tripwire. And you start to hear rumbling, and you can now feel more rocks and dirt starting to fall from above you. But with a 22, you are only going to take half of that damage as you succeeded on the saving throw. And you will take... you will only take 1 bludgeoning damage, because I rolled like shit. But you watch as all of these rocks and boulders begin to kind of fall in behind you. They do not completely obstruct the tunnel, but they are filling it it fills it halfway. You can still hear the battle happening in the other room, but you are now there's a blockage in this hallway. And let me open it up so you can actually see what it looks like. Okay, and as far as the boulder is concerned, I will put a marker to show where the boulder is. Where are my markers? Oh, there. Okay, so the boulders are like right here. Wow, why did that come out so big? All right, there we go. All right. But there's 0 light ahead of you. And that's... Is there anything else? I mean, you have a...
Nope, I did everything. I moved...
Bonus action,
I moved,
action.
dash, and bonused.
Okay. Alrighty. So that is your turn, Basha. It is now your go.
Okay, Basha's going to be cautious and edge along the darkness to get all the way to the other side. This is going to take all of my movement. Hang on 1 second.
Yep. Let me see if I can open this up a little for everybody so they can see what's happening.
So I can make it to about there. And okay. I can hear kind of generally where the fighting is, but I can't like see it. Do I see anything down this hallway just from like where I am?
From where you are at...
Or I don't know if that's just like the back of the cave or whatever.
No, you can see that there seems to be some... once again, some carved steps that are leading into another area. And I will show you what that looks like.
I hope no one comes up that way. Okay.
But it is definitely leading downward. I will say make a perception check for me, please.
$16.
16. You don't, with all the sounds of battle and everything that's happening, you don't actually hear much of anything like coming down from that hallway. Everything is echoing. But it just, for the briefest of moments, you feel very warm, very humid air on your face as it just kind of blows towards you.
Oh no. Oh no. I don't like that.
But that's what you get. I didn't mean that the way that sounds. That's what you get from your roll. Yeah, that's what you get from your roll. On that, yeah. Yeah. So what would you like to do now?
Basha's not going to really know what to do, but she's going to do something that she's never done before. Again, just sort of, she's going to take out her book and sort of look down at the book and be like,
We can't hear you.
boo.
Boo earns.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. I just won't do it then. I was trying to make the telepathy sound. But anyway, she's gonna be like, Jan, can you come out here for a minute? Like, can we talk like you do? I don't know. Can I talk to you for a minute? I'm manifesting mind as a bonus action, is what I'm trying to do.
Okay. So you get to choose what you would like your manifest mind. This is DM's choice here. I'm gonna let you choose. They're very specific in the book of what manifest mind should look like, but I'm gonna give you kind of carte blanche, but I will translate it for the rules to make it work. So what would you like it to look like?
I mean, I figured it was gonna look like Jan's head, as I talked to Jan, it was gonna look like Jan's actual floating head. That's
okay.
what I assumed. So
sure. Okay. So as you kind of say this, and you manifest mind, you watch as this very cold steam begins to rise off of your spell book. And as it's kind of rising off, it's getting thicker and thicker, and it begins to coalesce into the shape. And it is now very clearly an ice vapor visage of Jan's face.
perfect. Wow, that actually worked. That's great. Jan, can you keep going? Can you go up ahead and see? Not down the stairs, not that way. Can you go up ahead and see what's happening with the fighting?
Yes, sure. I could do that. That's what I'm here for, apparently.
Great. Thank you. I will be there in moments. I just want to make sure there's not something waiting for me, right on the other side of darkness. And I'm going to send him 30 feet kind of around the darkness just to sort of go ahead of me.
Okay. So
I think I can only send him 30 feet.
5, 10,
So-
15, 20, 25, 30.
Yeah, that's it.
30? Okay, so this will be... this will be... this will be Jan. Does Jan specifically have dark vision, or
Yes,
is it
yes. Manifest Mind has dark vision, actually. That's up to 60 feet.
perfect? Okay, great. All right, so he does that, and you're going to look through his eyes, or you want him to tell you through via telepathy.
I think it's more fun with telepathy, but I can look through his eyes. That's fine. I didn't know I could do. Dasha didn't know she could do that. So.
Well, I think you could do that. It's one of the other. Let's check.
Pretty sure I can. Let me see.
New rules. Manifest mind.
Can other folks see this floating head?
Yes.
Just curious.
Yes.
Okay.
It is. Let's see.
It also sheds dim light in a 10-foot radius, so there's a glowing tiny head just coming around the corner that everyone can see. For the record.
And it's tiny. It's not very big. It is about the size of an orange, basically. Actually more of a grapefruit. Let's see. It's intangible. Sheds dim light in a 10-foot radius. It can hear and see, has dark vision, can telepathically share with you what it sees and hears. No, you cannot see through it. It could talk to you.
Okay, so then yeah, he could just tell me what's going on.
Okay, so you send Jan around the corner. Bojack and Amala, you see this small, tiny, glowing, spectral head just kind of come around the corner of the darkness and just begin staring at all of you, and there is this kind of almost steam rising from it. Basha, you hear,
Alright, so you have some of your friends fighting a big half-dragon person and half elf person, and they seem to be very much into it. They are kind of on the edge of the darkness there.
Oh, okay. I picture this is gonna be like, like play-by-play, like
The half dragon
like
person,
wrestling.
yeah, half dragon person doesn't seem to be moving. They seem to have him on ropes. As the saying goes.
All right. I'll be there in a minute, but that's I think all I can do because I'm pretty sure that is my action, bonus action, and movement because I don't think I can do anything else. So that's it for me.
I need Amala and Bojack to roll me intelligence checks, please. Bojack, what'd you get?
5.
Amala?
Straight intelligence.
Straight intelligence. So it's D20 and your modifier for intelligence.
13.
Amala, as you kind of like out of the corner of your eye, you see this kind of light source come, and you kind of you're like, what the hell is that? And you kind of like hope in the back of your mind that this is probably Basha, but you're not sure. But this is definitely something it can wait until you finish with what you got in front of you. Bojack, there's a fucking ghost. On top of everything else, holy shit, a ghost. What the fuck? And yeah, so that is that Basha's turn. All right. It is now the half dragon's turn. That's his turn. Because he's still stunned and on the verge of death.
Just the noise you made it sound like he was just constipated. Like
it kind of sounds like that. Like he's clearly you're not sure if he's straining against the stun effect or if he's straining against dying, like trying to keep himself physically alive through the sheer act of will. You're not sure.
Trying to make something move. That's
yeah. Either way, it does sound a lot like constipation. But Drovar, it is now your turn.
Okay, so I'm still fighting somebody in front of me. Is that correct? Or
no, you killed the guy on the ground. You're currently stepping on his corpse.
Right.
You swung at someone and hit them.
And they ran away, but I thought there was more. Like I was wondering if there were more than one opponent. This is like the one guy that I was fighting seems to be the one that retreated.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
So you're still like not sure where they are, what's going on, but you feel confident that he ran from you.
Okay, I'm gonna start just moving.
No, yeah, you're good. You're good
here, and I'm hearing probably stuff like directly above me, and I think I bump into this guy.
Yeah, you definitely can hear the sounds of battle like that in that direction. So absolutely.
Okay. So can I get close enough to come out of the darkness and I'm like right up in front of the dragon's face?
Unfortunately, you're still in the darkness. You hit something,
but I don't know what it is.
You're not sure what it is. You're still in the darkness.
Nothing's trying to punch me. Okay, so let's see. Where was I? I was here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I come out.
As you move out of the darkness. Nothing happens. Because he already took a reaction. So yeah, you move out of the darkness, and Bojack is right next to you. There is a floating head, giving off about like 10 feet of like this dim bluish white light, and it just seems to be staring at everything. It's just floating there, staring at everything. Yeah. What do you want to do?
Okay, so I didn't sense anything else in the darkness.
You were just running through the darkness towards the sounds of battle, so you didn't have a chance to do that. I mean, if you'd like to, you could take a preemptory
5
perception check, but that
intelligence check to get a sense that this might be a Basha thing.
I will say, take it. This will be a free thing for you. Okay. You can absolutely make an intelligence check.
I'm just imagining that Jan's kind of doing a John Madden. It's like you see here that they're moving in and just. So I will move up here and try to kill this. Now this guy is standing there, but this guy is still active, right?
He's got the great axe out.
All right, I'm going for him.
Well, what did you get for your intelligence check first?
Oh, good question. Yep. Oh, natural 1. That thing's going down.
Natural 1?
No.
It's a fucking ghost. On top of everything else, it's a goddamn ghost. And this place is haunted, or it's like an alarm, or like shit. It's a fucking ghost.
Okay, I got no time for you. And I will swing at the ghost.
All right. So that's gonna be your action. You swing through it. You don't even have to roll. Your axe just passes right through it. No, it doesn't seem to have any effect.
We got a ghost up here.
Drummer, hold off the ghost. I'll take care of these things.
There's a ghost? What ghost?
It's not a
Jan,
ghost. I'm
ghost?
pretty sure it's a Basha thing.
I mean, I imagine Bosch's camera. There's like nothing but Drovar's face. Like,
Basha, you hear?
Alright, so Drovar, I think, is probably hurt very much on the head, because now all I see is him, he's blocking everything, and he is screaming, I am Ghost.
Oh no! It's not Ghost! It's Jan! I just shout across the battlefield and hope they can hear me. That's it.
Fair enough.
Well, I'm done.
Okay.
I spent all my time just trying to kill the ghost that now apparently it's like, no, this is the thing she can do that we didn't know about. Okay, fair enough.
Alrighty.
I kill the ghost.
So it is now the Berserker's turn. God, I love you guys. All right, so let's see. The Berserker. All right, so Berserker's gonna stay where they are. All right. So, the first Berserker that is visible is going to take a swing at Bojack. It's going to go reckless with the great axe. So that is advantage. And that is going to be a dirty 20 to hit.
That hits.
And you will take 4 slashing damage.
Is that already halved?
Half to 2. And then out of the darkness, you feel an axe swing towards your back, Bojack. This is also going to be reckless. So that is going to be...
Not to shoot myself in the foot, but if he's hiding in the darkness, wouldn't he already have advantage and then not need to reckless?
No.
Did they think that much?
Their intelligence score is not great.
Okay.
So I'm trying to also be like, how would they actually act in this situation? Their intelligence score is 9. Like they're not even at average intelligence. So I would say that they're probably not thinking about that. So it's gonna be an 18 to hit.
That hit.
And you feel a great axe bury into your back for another. It's 5 halved to 2. And then no, he's gonna stay in the darkness. And that is actually, let's see. If he moves there. Yeah. This one, D, we'll call this one Dave, I guess, is gonna move further down the hall. Bojack, you do get an attack of opportunity on him.
And it's at advantage because he swung at me recklessly.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 25 to hit.
25 does hit.
And that'll be 13
13.
necrotic damage.
13, okay. He takes the hit, keeps running. Definitely looks hurt, but still up. Alrighty. And just kind of like positions himself in this area with the great axe. All right, Bojack, it is now your turn. Amala, you're on deck.
Awesome. I'm gonna take my first swing at Paralyzed Dragon Dude.
Go for it.
28 to hit.
Definitely hits. You don't even have to roll because he is at 1 hit point. How would you like him to die?
It is literally just a chop to the back of the head, and then I keep moving towards the barbarian.
Okay.
Like just an angry chop to the back of the head, and like huffing and puffing and raging towards this barbarian.
Okay. As you do that, Amala, you just watch Bojack just run. As he's running by, just chops him in the neck, and the head swivels at a strange angle, and then almost like a bobblehead, just like starts swinging like this, and just drops to the ground.
Great hit, Bojack. Great hit.
Does that dispel the darkness?
It does not.
Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure I'm going to get an attack of opportunity on me as I keep walking.
Yes, that does happen. And because he's still reckless, he does get advantage on the hits. I don't think a 12 is going to hit you.
No, it is not.
Yeah, so you just you feel the air of the axe swing towards the back of your neck, but just miss completely.
And I'm going to take a swing at this barbarian.
Go for it.
It's another 28. Wow.
Yep, that does hit.
My last roll was a 19, and this advantage roll was 19 and 19.
Nice.
That's going to be another 12 necrotic damage on this barbarian.
Okay. Yeah, he takes the hit, and he's just like...
And I'm going to take my bonus action swing. Uh, 27 that time.
Yep, definitely hits.
And that's going to be another 13 damage.
13. All right, how do you want this guy to die?
This one I just pick up by the back of the head and like just real quick slam him into the wall, and I keep marching up the stairs.
Okay, actually, it goes down. It goes down.
I keep marching down the stairs.
Okay. How many more feet?
5. With all of my movement, I should be able to get right to the boulder.
Okay. Yeah, you can see that there are like all of these rocks and boulders that are just halfway filling up this corridor.
Okay, I'm gonna wait for my next turn to start trying to move those.
Okay. I would like Bojack and Gorple to both make me perception checks, please. Gorple, what'd you get?
With the emboldening bond, a dirty 20.
Okay, Bojack?
With the emboldening bond, a 14.
14. You both begin to hear coming from further down this corridor. Gorple, you understand this because it is definitely draconic. Must kill them for master. Protect the eggs. Protect the eggs.
The eggs are down this way, Bojack.
You hear this. You hear past the rocks, Bojack. You can't even see Gorple yet.
Let Bojack move rocks and I join you. And I shout down the hallway to the rest of them. Eggs are this way.
Gorple, those voices are definitely getting closer to you. They're coming towards you. Alrighty. So that's Bojack's turn. Amala, it is now your turn.
All right, I'm going to move up to where I saw the axe come out of the darkness at Bojack, and I'm going to swing.
Okay, it'll still be be a disadvantage. Yeah.
Yep.
But you have a general idea where they might be.
Well, was that guy reckless? Would it cancel out?
That's a good point. Yes, it would.
So even with disadvantage, I rolled a 23. So.
Okay, well, yeah, that hits.
That is 8 damage on the first swing.
Okay. You feel your greatsword make purchase with something not soft, but definitely fleshy.
All right, and my second attack. That is a dirty 20.
Yep, that does hit.
And that hits for 12 damage.
12 damage. All right. Yeah, you did this on your second hit. You definitely hear, and you definitely did some damage there. But you're not sure to what extent, because again, completely dark. Can't even see through it. Alrighty. Top of the round. See, a few things are going to happen here. Give me a second. So the first thing that happens is the darkness dissipates. So let's get rid of that. Bye, darkness. And you now can see.
It ate the Berserker.
Oh,
There he is.
Yeah, right next to Amala. Drovar, you can definitely just see this head just still staring at you. Basha, you definitely hear.
All right, so the big one run down the hallway to follow. I think he said he go follow Gorple. Yeah, and I heard Gorple scream. I'm not sure what he says. Something about eggs. But that's about
Dragon
it.
eggs. Okay, thank you, Jan.
All right, and then the you figure Gorple with the experience you've had with them already. These are kobolds. There's definitely kobolds. Sounds like a large group is coming towards you. They still haven't gotten to you yet, but the voices are definitely getting closer and more audible, just consistently repeating, protect master, protect the eggs. All right, Gorple, top of the round, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
So I immediately crawl 25 feet, and now I'm going to cling to the ceiling because people don't look up.
Yeah.
And I don't want to set up another tripwire.
Okay.
So I'll begin moving
Ceiling tripwire.
25 feet forward on the ceiling.
25 feet forward on the ceiling. Okay. Okay. You're actually moving into another encounter. So give me 1 second while prepare.
I just don't want the guy to get
Leroy
away.
Jenkins.
Okay.
I
Thanks,
don't want the guy
Leroy
to get
Jenkins.
away.
Okay. So
God damn it, Leroy.
Yeah.
Well, I'll say this.
stop reading my mind.
GM,
I said
stop
that too.
me once I get within 10 feet of the kobold if I get that far.
Okay, good thing you said that. All right. Because
And it was
10
a move of Dragon Eggs too, by the way.
10 feet
Leroy did it.
10 feet is about as far as you get before you actually see staring right at you are 6 flying kobolds.
Oh, sweet.
Ooh, they're flying.
Well,
nice.
the question is, I would have sensed them 10 feet before I actually approached, fully got into their square.
Mutants.
It's
Because
10 foot blind sight. So
I would be 5 feet away from them, the first row of them.
yeah. So, but they are staring right at you as they are in the air, flying at your level, kind of probably thinking about the same thing you were thinking. No one's gonna look up. But
bastards, stealing my plan.
So let me open that up real quick so you can actually see what you have in store for you.
Drawing aggro in another room while we're still in the other room.
It's fine. Everything's fine here.
All right. So you move 25, 10, 15. So you would be probably right about here on the ceiling.
That's cool.
Yeah, when you see all of these flying kobolds and their wings, you know, while they are holding them aloft, are kind of tattered. Some of them do have holes in them. They don't seem to be like very like brand new kobolds. They seem to actually have some seasoning to them, if you will. But they are kind of up there, and as you kind of like, you know, kind of start crawling in, you stop as you sense them, and then you just watch them as it's just like, and now they're just staring at you.
I stabbed the first one in the face.
All right, actually, yeah, no, actually, this one, you would not be that close because from what you said, you would be 10 feet away. So,
okay.
So basically that's the configuration it would be.
How far have I moved, just so I know?
You said 25 feet. So
okay,
that's
I moved my full 25. Great. All right. So I will kind of like slide down the wall to the floor, just kind of like drop because the ceiling's not that high, right?
Yeah, no, it's about 10 feet.
Okay.
10 feet high, yeah.
And as I'm there, I kind of just whip a dart at the furthest, at the one to in front of me north.
All right. Well, you know what? Let me name them like I always do. So I wasn't expecting you guys to go and, as Basha so succinctly put it, pulling aggro from another encounter. But there we go. So which one? A or B?
All right. So Andy is gonna get a dart to the face.
Okay. Andy's getting a dart to the face. So roll to hit.
And the wind picks up upon this dart. AC 22.
I believe that hits. I'm just gonna double check, but I roll damage.
So it's gonna take 9, and I need a con save versus poison.
there. About there.
Okay.
And I can't really do anything yet because I was gonna cast message, but I didn't realize how far I was from Bojack, so I can't do that yet. So never mind. I'm just sending sending Jan up the hallway, and I'm just gonna be like, all right, yeah, get him about the barbarian.
Message is 120 feet. You just point in a direction and hope they're 120 feet away.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm gonna do that. So, yeah, I'm gonna be like, all right, Jan, if you can, I want to tell Bojack message just that you are Jan. I will tell him I am Jan, and the ghost is Jan. That's it. The ghost is Jan.
Did you say all of that?
Yes, because I was trying to think of what I was trying to say. So just all of that.
All right. So Bojack, you hear Basha's voice in your head. The ghost. It is Jan. I am Jan. No, the ghost. The ghost is Jan. And you hear all of this in your head. As you're kind of getting ready to move all these boulders and rocks.
Gorpo, help! I'm being haunted.
Make a quick perception check for me, Bojack.
Can I hear that too?
Yeah, that's the reply.
20.
Yep.
A dirty 20? Okay.
Yeah.
You can hear many like kobold kind of like yips and language happening, and again, you don't understand the Draconic, but you know they're kobold, and it's a lot. Like, it sounds like a lot. But out of the corner of your eye behind you, there is a dim, creepy light starting to come forward behind you. You can't see where it's coming from yet, but there's definitely some kind of weird, creepy light moving towards you. All right. Anything else, Basha? That's it?
No, I'm just gonna be like, get him about the barbarian to Drovar as I'm standing behind Drovar, like hiding behind him.
Okay. So Drovar, it is your turn.
Okay, is this guy already being reckless?
He is absolutely reckless.
Okay, then I will just hit him with advantage.
Yep. Go for
Try to
it.
finish this guy off. A 27.
27 does hit.
13 damage.
13. Yeah, you just dig your great axe into him, yank it out. He's still like foaming at the mouth, up, but still looks bloodied and hurt.
Oh, you just don't know what to die, do you?
No.
Well, I'm gonna tell you. 23 to hit.
Does hit.
Minimum damage 9.
Nice. How do you want to kill this guy?
He's like, no, it's like, whoa, stay down. Just start moving.
Yeah, as you swing your great axe into his chest, it just buries itself deep into his chest, and you just watch as he just grabs the axe, the head of the axe itself, cutting into his hands, bleeding, and he just starts pulling it out of his chest, staring at you the whole time, just kind of pushes it towards you, and you just watch as all of the blood is just gushing out of this wound. His hands are cut up, and he just puts one hand on your chest and just like tries to grab the front of your breastplate and just kind of slides off of it and just falls dead at your feet.
A for effort. And I just move on.
Okay. Oops, sorry. Basha, I should have asked you to do this before, but make me a quick perception check, please.
That would be a 17.
17. As you are like by this wall, you can see that there are very elaborate carvings in this wall. And again, you're in the middle of a fight right now, so you don't have time to like deeply look at this. But as you're looking, many like almost relief carvings of dragons on this wall. And as you're just kind of following it down, in this corner, which you almost completely would have missed if you weren't actually following the reliefs, is this large carving of a 7-headed dragon.
Ooh.
And
Yeah, I note that.
And there's and again, you can't see color at this moment. Everything is in black and white. But there's definitely like it looks like there's something in front of it. There's more carvings to the other side of it on the wall, but you can't see the detail. There's definitely something about this room that's important.
Yeah, I'm gonna note that I'm gonna notice that later, but like we may be in the middle of a battle, but I'm also the wizard.
Okay, sorry.
Not 7 heads, 5 heads.
That's
My bad.
Yeah, I'm just like, ooh, new new thing. But yeah, I make a note of it, and I'm definitely looking at them even though we're in the middle of the battle, just because wizard, you know, and I'm just like, oh wow, that's so fascinating. Oh, look at that. Oh,
Yeah.
What is that? You know, so I'm literally turned to the wall right now.
He looks over at Basha, who's like staring at the wall. He just like grabs her arms, like, get in the game. he will start moving down the tunnel.
Okay. No problem.
You can get there.
Perfect.
I just
Okay.
walk past Jan. It's like, hi, Jan.
Yeah.
Just come up behind him.
Yeah, and you
Come
can
up
see.
behind Bojack. It's like,
Yeah.
all right, what do we got, lad?
Yeah. And you can see through Jan, through his head. And it's very creepy. It's almost like when you're playing a video game and it glitches and you can see behind the face of an NPC and you can kind of see like almost like the skull and the crazy eyeballs behind it and everything. It's disturbing. But it's definitely, as you look at it from the front and the sides, you can see the definition of clearly the face of a frost giant. But it doesn't seem to like acknowledge you in any way as you just kind of move past it. And you can now see Bojack getting ready to like just start moving rocks. And it's a little tight in this corridor.
You know, as a dwarf who's dealt with mine collapses and stuff, I see he wants to start clearing this. Is there like sort of like, oh, that side would be better than this side? Any way that I could help him get like do it faster? Or is it
I'll say make make an intelligence check with advantage. To see if you can see where the weak spots might be or what's easier to clear.
Oh, a natural 19 for a 19.
You got a bond if you want to use it. We're brothers.
Sure. Oh, 23.
23.
Not that one. Those two over there. Shift that and the thing will start to collapse on that side. It'll be easier to get through.
So I'll say this. So Bojack, when it gets to your turn, because of the help that Drovar is giving you as to what to move or what to do with it, you will have advantage on the next thing that you will attempt to do to start moving these things. All right. When we'll get to that when we get to your turn. Berserkers are all dead. Yeah, Bojack, now it is your turn. Because no more berserkers. So what would you like to do to move these rocks? Now you can do a couple of things. You can kind of start moving them. You can start attacking them and trying to break them if you break through if you want. There's a couple of different things you could do. What would you like to do?
You had mentioned when they first fell that there were a few giant boulders and then some rubble as well.
Yes.
I would like to find the largest boulder, kneel down, and lift it like an atlas stone.
Okay. All right, so make me an athletics check with advantage.
With the emboldening bond, it comes out to a 30.
Yeah, you are without any problems. You just kind of reach your hands into the rubble itself and then just begin to lift it, and without any problems you have this large boulder, the biggest boulder that's actually blocking the majority of this tunnel in your hands. You need to do something with it.
Oh, I have a plan for it. So an atlas stone lift actually has it up on your shoulder with your palm by your shoulder.
Okay.
It's actually very similar to how you'd hold a shot put.
Okay.
So I'd like to start running at these flying kobolds and shot put this boulder at one of them.
Okay. You don't see them yet, but you can absolutely try.
I've been told that they're at the end of the hallway by Gorple already.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you don't see them yet though.
All right, I'm gonna start moving with this stone to go throw throw it at one of them.
Okay, it's gonna be half movement because.
Okay, that's still 20 feet for me.
Okay, so go for it.
Once gets me to right here.
Okay.
Would I be able to reach? Would I be able to reach E with this Atlas stone?
I will say definitely with your athletics check. Let's see. Yeah, roll me another athletics check. This will determine if you can actually catch them. I don't think you'll have any issues, but I'm curious.
All right. So even though I don't have the advantage from Drovar's thing anymore, I am still raging, so I have advantage from that.
Okay.
29.
Okay. So I will say you can get 2 of them. You can hit 2 of them. It is gonna the damage will decrease somewhat because they are in the air. But you can definitely still hit them, and you can do some damage to them as you huck this boulder at them. So I will say, roll me 2d6.
To be fair, that may be enough to kill some kobolds.
9 is the 2d6.
9
total.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as you come running down, like, and you just huck this boulder. You see these kobolds just kind of in the air, like, and this boulder just comes screaming at them, and 2 of them just underneath it and are just squashed, and are now no longer flying in the air. So these 2 are gone. But you can now hear, Bojack, a lot more kobold voices coming from this direction and this direction.
2 down, more coming.
Alrighty. So, and now, anything else? I think that's your whole turn, right? Right there. Okay.
It's a good turn.
That's a
I was
great
like, you got
turn.
any potions for a bonus action for yourself, buddy?
Yeah, you do have a bonus action. I mean, don't shortchange yourself, man.
I'm gonna hold off on the potion. I'm still raging, and these are kobolds. They do physical damage.
Okay. Alrighty. So next up is Amala.
Alrighty, so I'm definitely gonna move up here next to Drovar. Actually, let me see.
My apologies to everybody. I'm just trying to get all of these things. I realized that whole turn nobody saw anything that Bojack was doing. I apologize. All right, go for it, Amala. Sorry.
All right, I think I'm just gonna do double movement for my action and get up 60 feet.
Okay, go for it. So you movement and your action to dash. Where will that get you?
Right up here, right behind Drovar. Right behind Bojack.
Okay. So yeah, you can see 2 kobolds just kind of flying in the air. And definitely you can just hear from both those sides. It sounds like a lot.
Alrighty.
And that will bring us to the top of the round, which we will actually, this is where we'll take our break, because we are moving from 1 encounter into 2 different encounters. So we're going to take a break because
Hard mode.
There's another path in the room you're in. Go down that path and draw aggro on them.
100%. Ladies and gentlemen, anyone who is familiar with World of Warcraft, we have entered Leroy Jenkins territory, folks. I hope you enjoy this. We will be back from our break shortly. Stick with us. We'll see you soon. All right, and we are back. Yeah, so we're going from one encounter into a number of encounters now. And because of that, what we are going to do is we are actually going to keep your initiative from the previous battle, simply because nothing's stopping. So everything is still happening as it's happening. This should be interesting. So top of the round brings us to Gorple. Gorple, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna start by rolling a death save for Knack.
Okay. Speaking of, Knack is... Let me just put Knack here so you can see where Knack is. Actually, let's see. If you'd like...
It's actually a second one. There's 2 death saves. Because last turn he would have had to make one too.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you'd like, you can actually make you can make 3, because we should have been doing it for the last couple of rounds. So if you want to make 3 currently, you can.
All right, he succeeded on all 3. He is stable.
Okay, so Knack is technically... Knack looks fucked up. You can see where acid has kind of eaten through some of the wing membrane. Knack does not look good, but looks like right about here on the ground. Currently not moving, but stable.
Can we see more of the room because Bojack has that torchlight dong?
What is the radius?
It's 20 foot bright, 20 foot dim, so 40 altogether.
Okay, so let's see. 10, 15, 20. Actually, yeah, you're just on the edge. 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, you can see a little more. So let me open up exactly what you can see.
Ah, yes, Bojack's real power.
5,
I was going to give it back to the priest, but I'm pretty sure Bojack just needs to keep that now.
Yeah, right?
He's not going to want it back now afterwards. We have to consecrate this.
What is wrong with this? All right, so it opens up. Why did that not open up? That should have opened up. All right, I guess I'll do this one at a time. All right, so it opens up that. And then it opens up here. You can actually see 2 more kobolds on the upper part, just beginning to kind of like make their way into the room. So that is essentially what you can see right there. And you can still hear like the voices of these kobolds.
25. I would like to I'm gonna take out two vials. Okay. I hurl a flask of oil in front of G's square.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna hurl alchemist fire as my second attack into that same square.
Okay. On the same square or in front of?
So I want G to be covered in oil, like that square, that 5-foot square.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to hurl alchemist fire at G and that square. So it's just lit on fire so that hopefully they will now have to go through fire to get there.
All right. So I'm going to say, let's see from where you're at, make me a straight up strength check to see if you can make that throw without any issues.
Well, it says you can throw 20 feet. With any of these flasks.
5, 10, 15. Oh yeah, then yeah, definitely.
So
for the alchemist fire as well.
Yeah, I have to make an attack roll if I want to hit G.
Yeah. So go for it.
So yeah, I guess so. Because I'm trying to hit the space in front of G or G square, Am I attacking G or am I attacking the square? Like, what do you?
You're attacking. You're attacking G.
Okay, so I'm gonna do the oil first
Okay.
because the oil spreads out in a 5-foot square.
Okay.
It's a ranged attack roll. Ooh, that's not great. Do we have an inspiration?
Yes, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 group inspirations.
I will use one. Oh yeah, that's okay. So that's 9 plus 7 is 16. To hit?
16 does hit.
All right, so G is hit with a flask of oil. It shatters on him and covers a square in 5 feet of oil.
Alrighty, so roll your damage on that.
There's no damage for the oil part.
Because it's not on fire yet.
And now I'm throwing Alchemist Fire at him as the second attack.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you. Yeah, my bad. My bad.
He's going to take 5 additional fire damage from burning oil.
Okay.
And it takes time to put out, but that's on. So he's hit. He's covered in oil, and yeah.
Okay. So you said 5 fire?
Well, not yet. Not yet. First I have to hit with the Alchemist Fire.
Oh, I thought that's what you. I'm sorry. I keep
No,
thinking that you just did that.
So I throw the oil flask. I have to hit
so
with that.
Drenched in oil.
So that square's drenched, and now I throw Alchemist Fire on him, drenched in oil.
Okay. So I was anticipating the fire.
That will be an AC of 23. That dude is hit with
that
Alchemist Fire.
That does hit it, yeah. That's G.
And that just does. So on hit, the target takes a D4 fire damage at the start of each of its turns. But with the oil, it's going to also take an additional 5 fire.
Okay.
So I figured that square is on fire. It's going to make it a little hard for them to surround us because they're going to have to move through a burning oil patch.
Gotcha. And how long will that last?
The oil lasts 1 minute.
Okay.
And the Alchemist Fire on hit, the start of each of its turns until it's put out.
Okay.
So I imagine it's going to last the the minute unless the oil's put out.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, the idea is I'm trying to make that 5-foot square a flaming barrier.
Oh no, yeah, no, I get it, but it's 2 separate effects that you're trying to combine. That's what I'm trying to determine. So I will say, like, so what I'll do is it'll be 2 different things that need to be done. Specifically for G.
So because the oil, when the oil burns, it only lasts 2 rounds.
The oil, not the Alchemist Fire.
Alchemist Fire, the target's just on fire until they put it out.
Right. Okay.
But I figured that'll light the oil, which is the purpose.
Mm-hmm.
And then that way, if they pass through, they might have to deal with a minor amount of fire damage.
Right. All right. So 2 rounds for the actual oil, and then an action for the Alchemist Fire on it itself.
Yeah, it's like a DC 10 save against it.
Gotcha.
On their action. So that's my action.
All right. Well, what's the damage on it again? On G?
He will take 2 fire and then an additional 5 fire.
So 7. Okay. Yeah. So as it's burning, you just hear, and it's just on fire.
I may have blocked up one of the halls. I don't know.
Okay.
And that's I don't have a bonus action. That's all I got.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay, this will be interesting. All right. So let's see. It's their turn first. Okay. So the kobold next to the one on fire, okay, runs past him. Right, just like clearly like freaked at the fire, but just runs past him runs up to you, 10 feet from you, and has a little crossbow in its hand, and is going to take a shot at you. But before it takes a shot at you, I need you to make a perception check for me.
All right, I will actually use my bolting bond for this. 17.
17. You're looking at this kobold looks strange. Like kobolds in general look just off. Like they look like almost like a mixture between some kind of like dragon puppy that has been probably beaten and abused. Like just it looks like kobolds themselves. This one is really twisted looking. Like there's like this like swell or bloat like on the side of its stomach. It's sweating profusely. Like it is just like there's just massive amounts of it. It's twitching as it pulls up this crossbow and begins to try to shoot you.
Oh, this one drank coffee.
It looks twitchy. And this is going to be weird. It technically works. And because the kobold that is on fire is within 5 feet of it, it does get pack tactics because it is not incapacitated. It is just on fire. It will get advantage on the shot, which it clearly needs as it's like... So with the small little hand crossbow, that's going to be a 21 to hit.
Oh, yeah, that hits.
And you will take 7 piercing damage.
Ow.
Then coming out of the darkness from the other side, you see 2 more kobolds, similar like distending in either like the chest or stomach area, also twitching and like sweating profusely. No, I don't want to do that. Yeah, they kind of run out also with little hand crossbows. One is going to take a shot at Bojack. The other one is going to take a shot at Warple. So we'll do Bojack first. Also pack tactics. So advantage. That is going to be 21 to hit on Bojack.
That hits.
And you will take 5 piercing damage reduced to 2.
I don't take any of it. I just catch the crossbow bolt midair and put it on the ground.
Okay. The other one does continue to take a shot at you, Gorple. Oh, I didn't do that. That's gonna be roll again. 17 to hit.
I will miss because of Bahamut's shield glowing around me.
Okay. So that'll miss, and let's see. They still have some movement. Yeah, they're gonna move just slightly up another 5 feet. And then yeah, the flying kobolds see flies into the back area to the left, and then Billy, we'll call that one Billy, looking at the fire, flies as far as it can away from the fire, but you can kind of see it, but depending on the angle, it might or may not have cover. And that is their turn. Basha, it is now your turn. What would you like to do?
Great. I'm gonna tell Jan to keep going, so he's gonna go 5, 10. He passes right through you, Drovar.
Where's she?
It feels a little cold, but other than that, it's creepy as it moves, Drovar, because it's not like floating or it's just like Is you know, it's just creepy.
I though am going to I'm gonna go to this corner with this relief and try and note. I'm gonna take a second and I'm gonna try and figure out what it's saying or what it looks like and take a note of it, because I don't know if we're coming back here or if like we're gonna be able to come back here. So I want to make sure that if there's something important here that I note it now. So if that's my whole action to do that, that's what I'm gonna do. So
yeah, I will need you to roll a investigation check for this, and that will be your action.
Yep, sure. Okay. Can I use one of the group inspirations, guys? Because that was crap. Thanks.
There may be clues there. Yeah.
God, they both were terrible. Okay, well, I rolled a 6 and an 8, so the 8 was the better one. So that's
8 in total.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was really crappy.
All right, so I will say this. Let's see. You do notice that the walls, now that you're focused specifically on this, the walls are polished very well. Like you're just starting to notice it now because your investigation, including the stalactites and the stalagmites. Like they look like they're like polished. The surfaces are, as you're touching the wall, it's slick with moisture. And definitely the five-headed dragon that you see is absolutely a depiction of Tiamat. But one of the more interesting things that you're noticing is that the black dragon head is more pronounced than the other heads.
Interesting.
The dragon tails on the reliefs, they kind of coil into these intricate patterns and knots that kind of flow across the wall. And you definitely can see there is a small wooden chest with silver and some other very, very beautiful detailed affectations on it, sitting in front of the shrine itself. And the actual, like the carving of Tiamat takes up the entire back of the wall. Like it is massive. Let's see. Yep, that's about it. That's what you noticed.
Okay, yeah, all right. Yeah, the only other thing I was going to ask is if I could tell is it giving me any clues towards like towns it might attack next or anything like that, but I guess not. So
you'd have to get closer than where you're at.
Oh, okay. So, wait, I'm not next to it.
I'm sorry. That was my bad because it didn't actually affect on my screen what it was until I moved it. All right.
That's fine.
So
That's cool.
You're super close. So there is a depiction of a volcano in front of the actual carving of Tiamat. But that's about all that you can kind of glean in that moment.
I'm gonna remember back to Thunder Tree in my head at that moment, and be like, there were dragon cultists there too. Interesting. But that's it. That's all I get to.
Okay. You do hear in your head.
Okay, so I see a Dragonborn lady. She is kind of standing in, she's getting ready to run further in. I can hear small creatures, they are fighting inside. There is a nice glow of fire. It looked like maybe somebody set something on fire, but I cannot see specifically where it is coming from, what the source is. But it looks like your friends are heading into this area.
All right, I will be right there then, I say.
All right.
I don't have any movement left. I don't know if its movement is a bonus action. Do I have any movement left to start coming back? I guess I only moved 30 feet.
You move 30 feet?
Yeah, so can I move another... Oh no, you said that was my action to investigate. Never mind. So that's it. That's all I do. That's all I do. That's it.
Okie dokie, Drovar, you are up.
Okay, heading down. Bojack picked up the rock and ran down and hurled it into the room. I'm like, damn. All right. Just don't have the legs to lift something up and run down a hall with it. The creepy severed head of the frost giant or floating frost giant head has gone through me. I'm like, but then I'm like, all right, we're outnumbered. All right, I gotta try this. How many bodies are back in the room that we killed?
There are 2 half dragon bodies and 4 half elf berserkers.
All right. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to get kind of like right in the middle of them, as many of them around me as possible.
Okay. Yeah, where you're standing, you'd be able to. You've got the bodies around you.
Right. Okay. Kind of look over and see Basha kind of looking up at the walls. It's like, you find anything?
Well, there's a carving of Tiamat here, and it's like other things in a volcano. I'm trying to figure out if there's any clues. I'm coming. It's fine.
Yeah, we don't want to get spread out too far. The others are fighting stuff. I'm gonna try to get in some help, and I pull out the bone whistle. I'm like, hold on, earbuds.
Okay.
I blow the death whistle.
Okay. So, all right. So you pull out the whistle. And for those who were not here when Drovar actually acquired this item, this is a bone whistle that was carved out of a Scourge King, and this should be very interesting. So as you blow this, which sounds like an Aztec death whistle, it echoes through this cavern. It is terrifying to hear and loud. And as you do, I'm going to need you to do 2 things for me. First thing I need you to do, roll 1d4, please.
Okay.
I'm gonna pee through my skin as a frog because it's terrifying.
All right. Well, let's roll that d4. Whew. A 1.
A 1. Okay, so as you're just kind of, and the closest body to you from where you're standing, it's actually a toss-up between a half-elf berserker and one of the half dragons.
I'd like it to be one of the half dragons, because
So roll me.
I don't like them as much. Yeah.
Roll me another d4.
All right.
1 and 2 is going to be the half dragon. 3 or 4 will be the half elf.
No, it's the half elf. I roll 3.
Okay.
I don't know how to use this thing yet. They didn't come with a manual.
So as you blow, you watch as the half elf berserker's body begins to twitch. And as it does, you watch it almost kind of flop itself over till it's on its back. And then it takes its hands and reaches into its chest and begins ripping the skin and muscle off of the bone. And it doesn't take very long for it to just kind of like, and it's very messy as it does it, and then begins to rise as this half flesh, half bony, like skeleton just kind of standing there in front of you. Now I need you to make a wisdom saving throw for me, please.
Okay.
As it is now kind of standing there, grasping the great axe that it had.
Okay. Now, am I resisting? I'm checking to see. I don't recall if dwarves against magic. No, it's poisons and stuff. Okay.
Yeah. This is to see if you can impose your will on this skeleton.
Right.
To make it do what you want.
9.
Oh my god.
I love your good long time.
Use a player. Do we have inspiration?
You do
Sure.
You have.
Yeah, I will try.
2 inspirations left.
All right,
Do it.
I'll go for one of them. Okay, 17. So
17.
it comes out instead as rise and follow me.
As it rises and actually like grasps its great axe, for a moment it just kind of makes its way towards you, and it looks like it's getting ready to attack you specifically. And then as you just kind of like just kind of hold your hand out and begin feeling this connection with this undead creature, it stops. And you can feel like it is waiting for your instructions now. So as a bonus action, you can instruct it to go where you want it. So it has its movement, the regular movement of a skeleton. So you should pull up the stats of a skeleton. and it moves. It does its actions on your bonus action, so it can only attack, dash, or hide for its action. So
Okay, I've moved and did my action. I'm staying here because if I run back into the group with this thing, Amala's just gonna kill it because she has no idea what it is.
okay.
And the rest of the party isn't gonna have much idea either. So I'm like, all right, come with me. We got work to do.
Okay, so it will for your bonus action. You instruct it to follow you. So wherever you move, that's where it's going to move up to its movement.
Woohoo! I'm a necromancer.
Baby's first skeleton.
Yeah.
Hey, you haven't done this, have you? Have you?
No, but I have a floating head.
All right, cool. I'll work with that. Yeah.
That's so funny.
We just like make the head float in the skeleton head place. Anyway, never mind. That's okay.
I don't want to hear about these experiments. They sound kind of no. Bad idea. No.
Okay, so that was your action, your bonus action, and now you're moving with your skelly man.
Me and my bony buddy, we're
Yep.
ready to get into it.
Alrighty, so that was a good turn. Okay. So with that, next up is Bojack. Amala, you're on deck.
I'm going to move up and punch number 3 in the face.
Go for it. This twitchy, sweaty kobold. Clearly something wrong with it.
Yeah, Matt has a guess as to what's going to happen, but Bojack's an idiot.
Okay.
Dirty 20 to hit.
Oh, that does hit. That does hit.
And that's going to be 10 necrotic damage.
10. Okay. As you punch this kobold, it just its face just implodes on itself, and it just falls over dead. Let me see. I'm just checking something really quickly. I'm sorry. Hold on.
No fair, you stole the familiar. I'm very mad.
Uh-oh. What does that mean?
Jean has GG right now, and I'm jealous.
Oh, okay. All right. So, as its face implodes, what is that? A D? I gotta roll a D10. All right. Sorry, special rules for this kobold. That's gonna be a 9. Okay. Why is this? I'm sorry. I'm just.
No problem.
You're fine. I took like 15 minutes to try and figure out my manifest mind, so we're good.
It's fine. Okay. Okay. All right. That's what it is. All right. So no, as you punch it, like your face just goes right. Your fist goes right into its face, and his face just implodes. Like the snout just like goes in, and it just falls over dead. So that was the first one.
Nothing weird happened there, so I'm going to punch number 2.
Okay. Go for it.
Only an 11 to hit.
You got a bond, buddy.
Oh, yeah. 15 to hit.
15 does hit.
And that's going to be 14 necrotic damage to this one.
Same thing. This one, the head implodes as well, but because of the necrotic damage, you can actually see like all the black veins and nastiness as the head almost desiccates before it actually drops to the ground, and it's just dead, no longer moving.
And since these two are dead, I'm going to 15 and attack Flying Kobold B while he tries to run away with my bonus action attack.
As you move up and Lightbringer sheds more light into this area, you see... Well, I don't want to tell you. I'd rather you see for the effect. A group of kobolds waiting for something to show up. And as they were all holding their action for something to come up, I will allow you to take your hit first on the flying kobold.
19 to hit.
19 does hit.
11 damage.
It explodes. Like it just into like a big, wet, fleshy, blood-filled balloon. That is my favorite. If you haven't figured out, that's my favorite descriptor. But that's what happens. But they all chuck spears at you as their held action. So, first one, let's see. They all have pack tactics because they are kobolds, so they do get advantage on these attacks. So the first spear thrown at you, that is a 13. I don't think that's going to hit.
No.
The second one, that's a 5. That one misses. Third one, that should have been an advantage. Third one is going to be, that's 21 to hit.
That hits.
So you will take a big old 1 piercing damage. That is reduced from 2 because I rolled shit on that.
All right.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, so 3 more. 2, 3, yeah. So 3 more. So next one, it's 11. I don't think that's going to hit you.
Nope.
Next one is a 17 to hit.
Meets and beats.
Okay. And you will take 5 reduced to 2.
I don't wanna. So
I mean, yeah, you just catch one.
I catch that one. I'm like, no.
Okay. You catch that one? All right. Reflect missiles? All right. And then the last one. It's a 17.
Hits.
And you will take 4 reduced to 2 piercing damage. And then there's one standing in the back with its hand raised and just aims its hand at you. Let's see. So that is going to be... Seriously? Come on. That is plus what? Okay, so that's plus 2. All right, so that's going to be... that misses. You watch as this like small bead of fire just whizzes by your head. You've seen Basha do something similar. And then you just hear it. Warble, you can kind of hear it. It's basically just cursing. Fuck.
They're really bad at their job and they're yelling about it.
I scream back to the group with my speech action. Target rich environment. One of them is witch.
Oh, I'm sorry.
My eyes go big.
He also has pack tactics also, so I will roll again to see if it hits. No, that doesn't hit. Yeah, so even with pack tactics, he sucks. But yeah, you are now surrounded. Not surrounded, but there is a shit ton of kobolds in front of you. They don't look as squishy as other kobolds that you have encountered, but they're still kobolds. Alrighty. So with that, next up is... Oh, wait, no. You attacked the other dragon. Is there anything else you want to do before the end of your turn?
I'm no longer in melee range of any of them, and I've got 10 feet of movement left, so I'm just going to take a step back.
Well, actually, if you take a step back, you're in melee range with 2 of them.
Oh, actually, yeah, you're right.
I mean, but they use their reaction to throw spears, so you can just leave.
Oh, yeah, good point. I'm just going to take a step back so I'm harder to surround.
Okay. Alrighty. So next up is Amala.
All right, I'm going to move up next to our Gorble friend. And I'm going to use Cure Wounds on him, because he looks very, very hurt. Gorble, we need you up and healthy if we're going to deal with all these guys.
Okay.
Okay. Ah!
I'm also going to cast this at 2nd level.
Nice.
You heal for 6.
Every little bit helps.
Take it.
And now I'm tapped out for all my spell slots, so...
I still got 1 second level for that silence when we go fight that wizard.
Alrighty. Okay, so that's an Amala. You still have movement.
Yeah, I think I'll move up in front of Gorble.
Okay. Alrighty. That's it. All right. It is all of the other kobolds' turns. So watching this large humanoid run in, catch a spear, take a few other hits with spears, but mostly like not get hit. They begin to move back somewhat. Alright, and this one will stay here. And the flying one, actually no, it's not the flying one's turn yet, so he stays where he was. The kobold in the robes that shot the weird shit at you, Bojack, is going to try and do it again. And you watch as he just raises his hand. And there's, like, as he raises his fingers, you see 3 points of fire light on each of his fingers. And then he points them at you. So the first one is going to be, as he casts Scorching Ray. That is going to be 16 to hit.
Miss.
Okay. Second one
Sorry,
is
tactics. Just
oh, that's right. That's right.
gotta be devil's advocate here.
Okay. No, I appreciate it. So that'll be a 19 on the first one.
Hits.
Okay, so you will take on the first one, as you get hit with this, you take 7 fire damage. So you take they take that full damage. The second one will be another 19 to hit.
Hits.
And with that, you take 6 more fire damage. And the last one is going to be, that's 21 to hit.
Hits.
And you will take 6 fire damage as all 3 of these bolts, Scorching Rays, hit you in the chest.
Still standing, but looking rough.
The kobolds that kind of made a wall in front of him of their own bodies reach behind him into these basically small little holders for their spears. Will pull another spear out. They're all going to chuck spears at you. You are the biggest target, Bojack, and you're standing right there. I'm so sorry. So the first one, that's going to be a 23 to hit.
I go down.
Oof. Would you just have one? You just have one?
Yeah.
Okay. So I really do hate to do this, but they were all throwing spears at you. So they're gonna continue.
That's okay.
But now they're regular because he's prone.
Yeah, I know. That is the saving grace here. So let's see. But they all still have pack tactics.
Yeah, which is why they're regular instead of advantage.
Yeah, no, I know. Let's see, what is it? It's frightened. Oh, okay. That's something different. All right. So the next one is going to be that is a 20, dirty 20.
Yep, that's a failed save.
Yep. The next one is 8. That is a failure.
Nope.
That's not going to do it. So 3 more. Next one. Wow, that was a journey. That's another 8. That's a miss. 2 more. Oof, that is a 22, so that's a hit. 1 more attack. That is a 22 to hit.
Bye-bye, Bojack.
As all of these spears, in this moment, Bojack, as these spears are coming at you, I will actually say, like, you are not unconscious yet. You are starting to feel the world is starting to slowly disappear around your vision, but you are still conscious enough to realize what is happening to you in this moment. You also have stoned endurance, which I will allow in this moment.
I used my reaction. I used it to catch a spear last turn when they all got that surprise round on me.
I thought you used deflect missiles, not...
Yes, deflect missiles is a reaction also.
Okay.
But that was during his round when he did that,
right?
It? So
right.
Now
it's their
has
turn.
It come back yet? I don't know.
No, it's their turn now.
Yeah, I don't get my reaction back until my next turn.
Yeah. Okay. But in this moment that this is happening, what would you like to say? Or do?
I think as the spears are hitting Bojack, he takes out a mug, pours himself a glass, and lifts it to cheer, and before he can get it to his lips, he falls.
Okay. And Amala, Gorple, you watch as Bojack begins to raise his mug to all of you. And as he begins to drink, the spears are just flying. A few just kind of flying past his head, but a few hitting the mark as he begins to drink and then falls to the ground, the mug clattering next to him on his side, the contents spilling out next to him. And Bojack is no longer breathing. Unfortunately, there are more kobolds that have a turn. So, but that was their turn. You hear coming from the other hallway as more of them, they're actually bottlenecked next to the kobold on fire, so they can't actually move, but you do see one move up, getting ready to try and move past the fire once the other ones get out of the way. So that is their turn. That brings us to the top of the round. Gorple, what would you like to do? Can't hear you.
You're muted. You're muted. We can't hear you.
All right. Gorple, full of emotions, kind of looks at his friend down, looks at just like anger, kind of like, you know, because this is the first time he's ever maybe lost a friend. So just, he goes, no. And I look up to the sky because I don't know how praying works. And I go, hey, Illyri, whatever the fuck your name is, you owe him one. Bring him the fuck back now. And I just start screaming that as I reach into my quiver and I pull out Groin Seeker and I go, I want vengeance and you work for me now. And I start loading arrows.
It's about fucking time!
They took down my friend and we're going to kill all kobolds. You're going to add that to the list of Orc Bane. You're going to be Kobold Bane. I start firing.
Okay. Before you start attacking, I need you to roll a d20 and add your wisdom modifier to it.
I got an 18. Can I use my emboldening bond?
Yes, you can.
All right, 19.
19. So, okay, good to know. All right, you can take your attacks anytime.
All right, I step on top of his body because no one's gonna hurt my friend.
Mm-hmm.
And I will immediately take a shot at that fucking wizard because he's a witch and he burned my friend.
Okay, go for it.
Natural 20. So I'm gonna fuck this dude up.
Oh yeah, that definitely hits.
Yes.
Definitely hits.
Right in the cloaca.
He will take 14.
14 piercing? Yeah.
Magical piercing, and I need a con save for his poison.
Okay, and that's going to be a 13.
I'm going to throw some stank on it and use my last favored foe because he hurt my friend.
Yep. All right. Perfect. So you're concentrating. And
so throw an additional 5 on top of that.
Another 5. All right. Yeah, as you kind of that very cool kind of like jumping in the air, almost slow motion. You can kind of see everything in that moment, and you just release the arrow and you just watch as the arrow shoots where you think the heart is, and it does just embed itself, and you just watch it and just breaks the arrow off and throws it down, and there's still like a small piece of it sticking. Doesn't look good at all, but it's still
As he goes to break the arrow off, I try to fire an arrow right into that same spot.
Go for it.
Not nearly as cool. Only AC 11.
Yeah. This time sees the arrow coming and just dodges out of the way.
I mean, do we have any inspiration left?
You all have one group inspiration left.
If you want me to use it, I'll use it, but it might be useful for other things.
That guy's throwing Scorching Ray. He gotta go.
All
You know,
right.
the rest of these guys, it's like little nips and tucks, but that's nasty. Those 3 rays. If you can do that again.
All right. That'll be AC 22 then.
That definitely hits.
He will take 6 more.
6 more. Okay. As this creature just breaks the arrow off, throws it down, looks up, arrow right, just piercing the other arrow, still standing. But he's just like kind of like.
Well, you say that, but Chris, I need you to make me a save for his poison.
Mhm. That is going to be an 8. So as he's standing there, how much poison damage?
Oh baby, 7.
7. How do you want this creature to die?
So I fire on the first one. He goes to like grab it, and as he grabs it, I fire it, and it goes through his forearm into his heart, pinning his arm.
And it's like, and as it's falling over, you do hear it scream, "Protect Master!" And then just falls over and just no longer.
And I just kind of hold my bow, shaking. All right. And man, I have a bonus action, I guess, but he's dead. I can't do shit about him being dead.
Okay.
So I will do something, I guess. I'll drink another potion of healing because I'm still fucked up.
Okay, go for it.
And then I'm done.
All right. And as your favorite foe is no longer standing, it happens. Alrighty. And you hear in the back of your mind,
Well, it's not an orc, but that'll fucking do.
They're orcs in my book, buddy.
all right. So next up, okay, that's going to be the winged kobold will fly at you, Gorple, and is going to try and attack you. Does not have anyone around him, so it does not get advantage with pack tactics. Actually, as it's flying towards you, you watch as it picks up this small little rock. Like for it's pretty big, but it picks up this rock and flies towards you and does, and just chucks the rock at you. That is going to be a 14 to hit.
I kind of just knock it with the bow away.
Yeah, and just knock it away. It's like, and it's just flying in front, flying right above you. Let's see. All right, actually, shit, I did. All right, so the kobold that's on fire is going to take an action to try and put out that fire. I think it's a dexterity saving throw of DC 10, right?
I believe so. But he's also soaked in oil, so that might... I don't know how that's going to affect him being on fire.
Well, he wants to take care of the immediate thing, which is the alchemist fire. So, that's the one that's doing the most damage to him right now. By the way, you can roll that damage on him.
I mean, then he dies because he takes 9.
Takes 9. Nope, he's still up.
Or maybe not.
So he takes 9 fire damage, but you can see him. He's desperately trying to put this out. So that's dex of 14. Okay, so he's able to put out the alchemy fire, but he's still on fire from the oil. So I need you to roll me a single d6, please.
3.
3. Okay. I mean, he doesn't know it that next turn. It's just not going to be. It's going to be burned off by that point. But he's still in the middle of just trying to put himself out. But he's still standing. Again, these particular kobolds seem a little tougher than what you're normally used to. And considering that this is a dragon hatchery, you figure that, yeah, this is probably why you haven't seen them up until this point. Alrighty. And the winged kobolds. And then, okay. Basha, it is now your turn.
So, unknowing of everything that's happening upstairs at this point, first 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Basha's going to move forward at the same time, pretty much that Jan's moving forward. So, hang on.
Okay. All right, let's see.
Jan makes it to behind. Jan makes it to there.
Okay. All right, so as Jan gets there, you hear...
Oh, there seems to be some trouble here. Your large friend is on floor. He's not moving. That's not good sign. Frogman is on top of him, and it's like fending off flying thing. And friend Amala seems to be getting ready to attack more things. There are kobold bodies on ground. One of them is on fire. Oh, that's where the fire's coming from. One is on fire. And yeah, it does not seem good. You should probably get here as soon as you can.
Can I cast spell from here? Could I cast something from you? Well, until I get there, it's going to take me a long time to get up there.
I believe you can, yes.
I mean, I know I can. Bosch doesn't know.
Yeah. This is true.
I don't want to do something stupid, but I'm afraid it could backfire.
What do you want to do?
I want to cast a shatter at second level to try and collapse the smaller hallway where the guy on fire is.
Okay.
I'm really concerned that could backfire though for everybody. But I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna aim a second level shatter, sort of like at the ceiling above them.
I mean,
just move more stone.
Yeah, hit them also, obviously.
Oh, okay, or hit them. Fine, I'll aim for the one that's right up front. But like, I'm trying to hit them and
like
the ceiling.
20-foot radius or something, so it's pretty fucking big.
I know. So pretend it's the radius is at head level and up.
All right, so
how about that?
All right, well, here's the thing. I will say you can do one or the other. You can't do both, unless.
All right, well then I'll just aim for them.
Unless you want to roll a crazy check for it, to try and make that work, to have both effects happen at the same time. I will, because if you get the roll, and it's going to be a high DC to get this roll, you'll be able to do both, but the damage will be halved. One will be for the rocks, one will be for the creatures. It's up to you.
I still feel like it's worth it to try and get some of the aggro away. I don't know.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
What were you gonna say?
I mean, it's your call. It's like I think pick one or the other rather than try to split the damage half.
Because then it could be really low, especially only at second level. Okay, all right. Then I'll just aim for them then.
Okay.
Because it's better to just hit them anyway.
So what level?
Second level. So hang on, I need to roll. What am I rolling? 3d8.
Yeah.
And they're making a Constitution saving throw. Ooh, okay. I rolled a 19.
Ooh,
so.
What's the DC?
My spell save DC is 15.
15. Okay.
It's con.
Let me see who we got in this hallway. So it's gonna originate on. It's gonna be from the kobold on fire up.
Well, the kobold on fire, I'd say back because I don't want to hit my friends.
Well, yeah, that's what I meant by back. Yeah,
yes,
it's back. Okay, so that's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's 4 of them that have to roll this. Okay, so that's going to be first one. That is a dirty 20, so that's a success. That's one success. The other one, another dirty 20 for another success. That's a nat 1 for a failure. And then a 16. So 3 successes, 1 failure.
Okay, so they still take half, even if they
So they'll take 10.
even if they.
So they'll take 10. Okay. So that is, which ones are those? That is G, H, I, and J. Okay. So G succeeded, which is crazy because he's on fire. So he'll take 10. He's still up. Second one will take 10. Still up. Third one that succeeded. That failed will take 19. Still up. And then 10. Yeah, you did a lot of you did damage to 4 of them. Even though you can't see them. So yeah. And all you hear is this loud rocks and dirt are just falling on all of you at this point, but it's definitely more concentrated in that area. And you hear definitely did some damage there.
Okay.
Anything else you want to attempt?
There's nothing else I can do because I don't have any more movement or anything left. And
Okay.
I already used my bonus to move it, and that was my action. So I'm.
All right.
That's it for me.
Alrighty. So that was Bosch's turn. Drovar, you are up.
Okay, so I'm hearing explosions and fire and fighting and all kinds of stuff. All right, I have one other healing potion. I'm just gonna swig it. Leave
Okay.
everything on the playing field. Regular 1, 2d4. Go. Yeah, 2d4 plus 2. Yeah. So 8 back.
All right. Awesome.
Okay. All right, Bodhi, you're with me. 6. Okay, these things have a speed of 30, so he can be right behind me.
Okay. You can make him dash if you wanted to.
Oh, I'm gonna dash.
Okay.
I can actually move 1 square more because of the boots and barbarian speed and stuff. But then he's gonna start lagging behind me. So let's see. That would be my move and his move. Do I get a sense if I get too far ahead that I lose control of him?
You've not used this before, so you're not sure.
Okay.
You can, if you want, you can roll, I'll say an Arcana check.
Oh, sure.
That thing that Drovar just knows all about.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. Because I'm a dwarf warrior barbarian. I just know these things. I think this is the first time I've actually even moused over the word Arcana.
That's great.
But I got a 17.
17. You feel like the control that you have over this creature has more to do with your will than actually seeing it or distance. But you're not a magic user per se, so you don't know how true that is, but you feel that somewhere deep in your gut that's at this point in time that's what is going to drive it, is your will, not where it is or if you can see it.
So I just start moving, and I'm just thinking behind me, follow me, attack nothing until I tell you.
Yeah, and you just watch as it continues to follow you.
So my dash, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I come into this room and I'm like, oh hell.
Yeah.
So we got a cluster of them behind a burning guy to the northeast, and then all these guys with spears.
Yep.
Okay, I will go here. I look at Amala. It's like, you got any breath weapon left?
I'm all tapped out. I'm sorry.
All right, hold the line to the north. I'll take these ones to the west.
All right.
I got a friend coming. Don't freak out about it.
Okay.
All right. So are you gonna move him another 30? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So clatter, 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 clatter,
Is
clatter.
that a
clatter.
skeleton, Drovar?
Yeah, you see
I
this.
got this thing. I tried it. We wanted allies.
Yeah,
Sorry, that was the scream thing.
You see like half of the skull is just like the flesh has been ripped off, and there's still like tattered pieces of muscle and tendon and just blood still on it, like freshly dripping off of the skull. But the other side is just starting to decayed flesh. It's starting to get lighter. But most of the chest, you can see the ribs. It is dragging its intestines behind it as it's kind of like ripped open its chest to try and get the flesh off. It's
I'll atone for it later.
Not gonna ask. You're just do your thing.
All right.
You're the best paladin ever.
All right. Next up would be Bojack, unfortunately. Amala, it is your turn.
All right, so I'm gonna need some guidance because I'm gonna use my statuette, I believe. To get it out, is it an action?
No, it's like if you were pulling out a weapon. So your action would be if you wanted to summon it. That's going to be your action.
All right, so yeah, I will summon it.
Where at?
Where's my thing?
Okay.
Right here. It's within 60 feet of me.
Okay. You all watch as Amala pulls out this. You're not sure what she's going into her pouch for, and she kind of chucks it. Actually, no, you don't chuck it. You hold it in your hand, and you whisper the ancient draconic word of summoning, pineapple. And as you do, you watch.
Did you just say pineapple?
Yes. Yeah, Corporal, you clearly heard her say pineapple and draconic. And as you do, Amala, you watch the statue in your hands turn into this gold mist and dissipate. And as you look in front of you where you wanted it to appear, you watch as this much larger golden mist begins to solidify into this golden brown griffin that is now just through the halls.
In Draconic, I tell it to kill all the kobolds because it needs like a command for action.
Okay. So actually, but in summoning it, I just want to double check. I believe summoning it though would be the action. But let me see. Summoning.
Yeah, it just needs direction though when it's out. So it's probably like a summoning sickness, kind of like an MTG, I would imagine.
Kind of, but I want to double check first. I don't want to rob you of. Let's see. Statue. Give me the description again. Statue of Wonder.
It's a figurine of wonders.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Wonders?
figurine of wondrous power, bronze griffin.
There we go. Okay, perfect. So yeah, so an action to speak the command word. Figurine becomes the creature. Let's see. And it refers to actually it does not specify. So yeah, I'm gonna say in this moment, as you summon it, you can have it do its thing.
Sweet. Then I'm going to. It gets multi-attack, so it makes 2 attacks, one with its beak, one with its claws.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So have it whatever attack you want it to have.
All right, I'm gonna aim for 1 here.
Okay, go for it.
Alrighty, so let me roll a d20 here. That's a nat 20, Chris.
Okay, that's on the claw or beak.
This is on the beak attack.
Okay.
So technically that's a 26 to hit.
Oh, that absolutely hits. These are the twitchy, sweating kobolds.
Alright, so I would just double this damage then? I would
Yes.
roll 1d8 plus 4 twice?
Well, if you right click to roll on the rolling thing, it will give you the option to roll a crit damage.
Or if you're just rolling your regular dice, just do 2d8 plus 4.
Yeah. So completely up to you how you want to do it.
That is 11 damage from the beak.
Okay. You watch as the griffin its beak just goes right into its chest and just rips a huge chunk of the chest out, and it's just like and just drops to the ground. Its beak just filled with blood and kobold meat. And that kobold is on the ground.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Alright, and I think I'm going to attack the one that's on fire in front of me with the claw attack.
Go for it, yeah.
That's 16 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
And that is 10 damage with the claw.
Nice. So yeah, so it just reaches into the fire and just claws at the kobold. It comes back out, and you can see that the blood on its claws is actually just like smoking as it caught fire. And the kobold's like, ah! Somehow this kobold is still standing.
Not for long.
On fire, bleeding profusely, but still standing.
After shatter and everything, my god, this kobold.
These
And
kobolds are tough.
just for my free action for speaking, Amala is going to grab her pendant and say a prayer for Bojack to Bahamut.
Okay.
You know, like a warrior's prayer.
What do you say?
Almighty Bahamut, make safe passage for our friend Bojack, who is the greatest warrior of all of us.
Meg, I want you to roll a d20 and add your wisdom modifier, please.
That's only an 8.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Okie dokie. So anything else like that? That's basically your action. You still have movement. And
Yeah,
a
I'm
bonus
going to
action.
move up. And I imagine we can't stand on the cobalt bodies.
No, you can.
Oh, sweet. All right, I'm going to move up then.
Pretty squishy.
Okay.
That's it.
Alrighty. Make a perception check for me, Amala, please.
Rolling poopy. I rolled an 8.
Okay.
Would you guys
Good.
mind if I use inspiration?
Do we have any left?
There are 3 more.
Could she have used one for that D20 roll, whatever it was? I don't know what that D20 roll
Yeah, I was wondering
for.
what that was
for,
too.
yeah, for the
Yeah.
prayer.
You could if you wanted to.
Can I retroactively do that?
I will allow it.
I thought we were out of them. Oh yeah.
No, people are starting to throw more group inspirations.
I keep trying to add one, and I only have done one so far, and it keeps telling me they're out of stock. So I don't know what to do.
I was told
All
that
right.
was stock.
All right, that's a 14 then, Chris, for the prayer for Bojack.
Okay, 14. All right.
All right, but my perception will stay at an 8 then.
Okay, good to know.
Sorry, that's
Alrighty.
the fiery kobold.
Okie dokie. So, with that, it is now the other kobolds' turns. Seeing the large man go down, they seem emboldened by that, and they all begin to rush. And I can't get by that guy. All right. So let's see. Oof. This is about to get messy. They have their spears. They pull their spears out again. Instead of throwing them this time, they are just gonna try to stabby stab. Three of them are going to take attacks on Drovar. One of them can take an attack on Gorple. And the other two are going to hold their actions.
Okay.
So
I was wondering, you said 3. It was like, well, there's 4 adjacent to me, but if one is holding.
Yeah, one of them is holding.
Okay.
All right, so that is going to be... All right, so of the 3... Here you go. So yeah, that's the right one. All right, so with pack tactics, they all have advantage. So the first one is going to be a 17 to hit.
Hit.
Okay. You take 7 reduced to 3. Because you are still raging.
Mm-hmm.
Second one, 14.
Miss.
Okay. And then the third one, damn it, I just rolled a 1. That's probably gonna hit, yeah. That's gonna be a 22 to hit.
Oh yeah.
And you will take a 9 reduced to 4.
Okay.
And then the one that's going to try to attack Gorple. That is going to be a dirty 20.
That will hit.
And Gorple, you take 7 piercing damage.
John, use your spirit guardians that you never use.
I can't. They appear for things I hit.
No, but you have your 6th level reaction where you can reduce damage by 2d6 for people you can see.
Well, this is actually the first time people have been standing next to me for like this entire damn fight, because all you long-legged people's all running off and doing heroic dying things. And,
All right.
Anyway, let me see. Spirit Shield. Yes, another creature within 30 feet. So, yes, I will use my reaction. So my little spirit dwarvy guys leap out and absorb 2d6. Max damage is reduced, so 12 points. They just take the whole thing and all getting stabbed with that spear, and they're like, oh, it's nothing.
Okay, perfect. Alrighty. So with that, the other ones can't get by because everything is cluster fucked. So that brings us to the top of the round. So a few things happen. Bojack. As the world around you begins to disappear, and you almost could taste the drink on your lips before everything going dark. You kind of, it's almost in that moment of waking and sleeping where you're not quite awake, but you can hear things going on around you. And you struggle to open your eyes, but they don't open. And you swear that you could hear laughing and the jingling of bells. You're not sure what that means. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw for me, please.
$18.
18, that's good.
You got your friends. Remember, you're emboldened.
He is dead.
But he's still emboldened.
18 is the number. As you're trying to force yourself to wake up, force yourself to open your eyes, and you're just struggling it, and you feel a hand on your chest, and the tinkling of bells begins to get stronger, and you hear kind of all around you, "Oh, my beautiful baby Bojack. So you're here. What happened?"
I got tired.
"But you didn't get to finish your drink."
It's okay. My friends will finish it.
As you say, "My friends will finish it," slowly you feel your vision begin to take hold. Not that your eyes have opened, but the world around you begins to start coming into focus. And as it begins to come into focus, you now hear again the tinkling of these bells all around you. But now you start to smell cooked meats and cheeses and foods. And as the vision begins to come into focus, there's this long feasting table that reminds you very much of your home. It is as large as the table that you had at home for all of your brothers and sisters, your mother and father, and it is from one end to the other, packed with food and drink, everything you've loved to eat, to cook, to make. And it's just a smorgasbord. And it's just sitting there. You can even see the steam rising off of some of the foods, seemingly just out of the oven. But it's sitting in the middle of a glade of beautiful, impossibly green grass. You see a waterfall over to the side of it. There is a single chair at the head of this table, and this beautiful oak, seemingly like this dark mahogany color, and at the very top of this chair, which is like kind of arched, there is a big heart, and carved around the heart it says Bojack. And you see Amala kind of floating. Oh, not Amala, Lyra. I'm sorry. Kind of floating. Yeah, it'd be weird if Amala was floating. You see Lyra floating in front of you. And she goes, "Bojack, this is all for you. And anything your heart's desire, anything your heart's desired, you just have to ask. And it's all yours. But," and she kind of takes a finger, and as she kind of points it towards you, you look down and you can now see yourself. And her finger kind of focuses on the little tattoo heart that she gave you. "But if you want, your friends have been asking for you. And in fact, there's a very, very, very pushy dragon who really says that you should go back. But that decision is yours, Bojack. You can stay here with me. Your family will eventually be here at any time. Not that there's nothing wrong, they're not sick, they're not dying, nothing like that. But when they do, you'll be able to see them, and you'll be all together here, and you'll never want, and you'll be able to eat and play and have all the fun you've ever wanted. The decision is yours, Bojack." And that is where we're going to call it for the evening.
Ah!
Nice.
How dare you?
So, but yeah, so Bojack. Oh, look, I did that. Remove those. So Bojack has a decision to make, and we will see what that decision is next week. But yeah, this is interesting. So you guys are still in a fight. It's looking crazy. But gotta fight. You have one of your members is down. But we'll see what happens. Anything can happen. That's what D&D is about.
I'm really looking forward to the face hugger that's going to come out of the body that I'm standing on. I'm really excited for that.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, face hugger, but I gotta write that shit down now, though.
You're welcome.
Thank you, face hugger. Okay, perfect.
Don't worry, I'm gonna get him back. My next character is gonna be a coffee lock. Infinite spell slots.
Oh my god.
So we'll discuss your decision between games, Bojack. Matt, we will discuss that in between games. But next week we'll find out what the decision is. Wow, this was a great session. Yeah, first death of this campaign. Again,
did Amala fall off the drop?
Imala did too.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
that's
died,
right. Yeah,
the
that's-
second thing.
That's right. Yeah. So second death. There we go. Second death of the campaign. So yeah, not that this campaign is off the rails by any means, but this is not your mama's. This is not your daddy's campaign. This is or your mama's. This is a really, 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 really tough campaign. So we'll see what happens next week. Don't listen to my wife. She's not going to shiv me. She absolutely will. But I want to say thank you so much to my players for another amazing session. And thank you so much for everybody playing their characters the way their characters would be. Like that's a big part of D&D. It's a big part of role play. But we will see. We'll see what happens. And also see the consequences, possible consequences of this battle come next week. So, some quick shout outs. Once again, thank you to my players. Thank you to my mods. I can barely do this without my mods, especially with the craziness that goes on. We did have one tier sub by Topper Many Zeros 1. I'm not gonna read 0000. But yeah, Topper 1. Thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. We appreciate you. Hope you enjoyed it, and thank you to everybody else for watching and supporting and being here for us. We do appreciate it. And remember, Topper, not Topper. Topper. I'm sorry. See, can't do shit without my mods. And it's also helpful that my mod is like 5-10 feet away from me, like can literally stat me, which she's want to do. But thank you so much for all the support to everyone who is here. We do appreciate you. Once again, as we end for the evening, we are going to raid off to someone who not only don't see, she's gonna see, look, get away. It may be a plastic knife, but still, it is a knife. This is my life, folks. So
I see nothing.
You see
Revenge for Bojack!
Yes, thank you everybody for your support. We're going to raid off to somebody who has shown us support, but also can use support as well. So please show them some love. Follow them if you're not already following them. Say hello in chat if you're so inclined. But regardless, if you're just there to watch their amazing content, that is enough, just like the way you're doing for us. So we do appreciate that. So be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. If you need more D&D, we have our Wild Mount campaign tomorrow, same time. We love you very much, and we'll see you next week. Take care.